not worry.
And hello, we are back with the Do Not Worry stream, folks. I'm your boy in a full suit. Been off for like 4 or 5 days. I swear to God, I feel like I forgot how to stream. Just take 3 or 4 days off. I forgot how to stream. What do I talk about? What do these people like to listen to? I know nothing anymore. I'm so fucking lost. I even forgot to bring my gripper cup. That's how lost we are. How's it going, everybody? Welcome to a brand new Do Not Worry stream. I hate streaming on this laptop. I hate this setup. I'm going to be honest with you guys. If I could never have to stream with this setup again, I would never complain. I would never complain. I hate it so much. I'm shocked that I haven't smashed this laptop into bits once it starts overheating, like halfway through the streams. I hate it. I hate it so much. I cannot wait. I'm so sad that I have to leave here because I'm going to be far away from my family and my friends, etc. But I cannot wait to be reunited with my setup, just my PC, my graphics card, my screens, everything. And of course, my loved ones, Demi and the cats, everything. But God damn it, it's driving me insane. We're going to make it happen. We're going to stream, we're going to have a good time. What's with the suit? I am competing with Hassan Piker, folks. I am now competing with Hassan Piker. We are streaming with full suits moving forward. Now, I only own this one suit. This is my one suit, so I'm going to be wearing this every single day for the rest of my life. Welcome one, welcome all. So many lovely faces in the chat. Lovely names. We got Haley, we got Mauricio, Poca J. Roy, Spooky, Boy, Mick G, Slap Loma, Ava Lesko, hello. Vilamina, Ava Lesko, Lil Shaitan, Kipa ya Shaitan. How's everybody doing, everybody? Let me, I'll be right back. One sec. We did it, folks. We did it. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. What you see before you is a Supergirl gripper cup. We got the cup, folks. We got the cup. Not safe for work, okay? Not safe for work. Look at that. Look at that. Look, I'll tell you a fun little story about the gripper. Good old little gripper. God damn it. Feels gross to touch it. Feels nasty just touching this damn thing. Folks, before we get going into today's stream, we got Noxalot, who's been a member for 16 months. Says it's nice to see that Frogan is fighting this, and I want the people clowning on her to eat dirt because it looks like she might have a strong case. Yeah, well, I hope so. I don't know much about the lawsuit. I have her update, and Kilo Tonics put out like a little tweet kind of explaining it. I'm not sure how accurate it is, but we're gonna talk about the Frogan lawsuit. We have a lot to talk about. We're gonna talk about Sam Neill passing away. Andy Serkis made some like really sketchy comments about his Gollum movie. We're gonna react to the Kannah interview with Dropsite News, even though it has Ryan Grimm in it. I told you I hated this whole situation, but we're gonna have to look at Ryan Grimm's fucking face while we listen to Jeremy Scahill yell at Kannah, which is fine. A lot to talk about. Clavicular has been kicked out of Israel. He's been shunned in Israel. Who would have thought? So a lot to cover. There's so much to cover because I missed like the last 5-6 days. So bear with me. Today's stream is kind of going to be a clusterfuck of like random news. Okay, I'm going to talk a little bit about this, a little bit about that, a little bit about this. It's not going to be the most organized thing, but I have been working hard on a popcorn bucket tier list. I gathered all the pictures yesterday. I started working on that tier list. You know the gripper cup's going to be in there. So that's going to be a fun stream that I'm looking forward to doing for the rest of the week without having to open 1,000 fucking Twitter links that are going to make my laptop explode. Sorry for the mood. Before we get going, folks, let me just take a second to thank some of our lovely members and patrons without whom, I mean, honestly, I can't do this. We can't keep the show going without our lovely members and patrons. So thank you very much to our lovely members. Remember, members get exclusive content, which, hey, I might do a review of Evil Dead Burn, which is the movie that I watched yesterday, which is where I acquired my gripper cup at the local AMC theater. First of all, lovely members like Sunflower Dragon, who's been a member for 12 months. Thank you so much, Sunflower Dragon. That's fucking awesome. Wonderland Joey, who's been a member for 6 months. We got members like Baybara, a member for 2 months. Thank you so much. Dynamite. Oh my God, Dynamite. This makes me sad. Reminds me of Samuel. Dynamite NXC. Dynamite! Who's been a member for 3 days. Thanks so much, Dynamite. Kiki Kakado. Kiki Kakado. Oh, I read that right. Also, Tease Take 3. Shreddy. Sasha G0211. Anomaly MKMT25. Thanks so much for being members and supporting the channel. We love you all. Whether you've been a member for 1 day, whether you've been gifted your membership and have never paid a dime in your life, whether you've been out there gifting memberships and spending tons of money on these gifted memberships, thank you guys so much. We love you and appreciate you all so much. You guys have no idea how much I love and appreciate y'all. Try to give you guys as much credit as I can. I hope I've read your name. How about Renko99, Jessa1312? We love you all. Thank you so much to our members. Look forward to a fun little exclusive content coming up very soon. Hermio asks, how do you feel in that suit? Do you think it's your color? I do like the color. I like the color. I think, obviously, there are many colored suits that I can get. I kind of wanted something light for the summer. As I'm here, there's like a fucking heat wave hitting DC. So I wanted something breathable, something light. So this is like a linen suit. So it feels very nice. Again, given that there's a heat wave, it's 37 degrees out right now, Celsius. It's like 100 degrees or something. The weather has been insane here in Virginia/DC. It's been alternating between heat wave to like thunderstorms. There's been no in between. Yesterday was kind of like, it was hot, not too hot, but it was going back to a heat wave. So my sister and I went down to the pool a little bit. I got to sit there for like 40 minutes, but then it got way too hot and I had to leave to go meet up with a friend to go watch Evil Dead burn and get my gripper cup. Look at that detail. Look at that level of detail. Look at that foreskin. So in terms of the color and the material, I think I nailed it. Just because you need something breathable in this weather. You know? Yeah, Mauricio says, yeah, great choice considering the climate. Exactly. We did. I think I made a good choice. Haley says, DC gets a lot hotter / muggier than people think. I used to live here. That's what's crazy. I don't remember this. I remember it getting hot in the summer. I don't remember like the nonstop thunderstorms in like July. I don't think that used to happen back in the day. I think this is some global warming shit. And the heat wave, that's kind of crazy. Shit, man. It feels like you're in fucking Dubai or Saudi Arabia or something. But like I don't know how suits suit me very well. You know, I don't usually wear them. I'm usually the kind of person who avoids wearing suits, even when I'm invited to weddings. I like to wear like something obviously formal and that suits the wedding environment, but like just not a classic suit. I always found suits just kind of boring. It reminds me of the corporate world. It reminds me of corporate America. The tie to me is like a sign of slavery and corporate slavery. So I got all that shit going on in the back of my mind. But I mean, also, hey, you just got to drop a nice suit for a wedding every now and then. Bailey says, at least DC is being punished by climate change. Exactly, right? You got Trump here. You got a bunch of Republicans. I guess they deserve to pay. I guess they deserve to suffer a little bit. But I'm suffering with them too. But I mean, I'm in America. I deserve to suffer. What's happening with the screen? Okay, that's cool. All right, I'm getting in the groove of things. Again, I swear to God, I haven't streamed in like 5 days. All it takes is like 3 days of no streaming to forget how to fucking do it. It is crazy. Okay, I contributed to like an article on a thing called the New Arab. Let me see. I'm gonna tell you. I was thinking, who can talk strongly about this? And you were the one. Bam, bam, bam. Say awesome. Sorry, awesome. I'm streaming right now, so can't read, but I trust you. U.S. offering up to $250,000 to push positive image in Lebanon. Yeah, there's a really interesting. I'm gonna talk to you guys about a little piece of news. Let me see. Feel free to send me the link if you guys publish it within the next couple of hours. I can open it up on stream. So there's a piece of news. The U.S. government, the U.S. embassy is offering up to $250,000 to like Lebanese individuals or corporations that are willing to do like pro-U.S. propaganda. So we're going to talk about that just very briefly. And so someone who works at a publication called The New Arab reached out to me and was like, hey, would you like to say a couple of words? Would you like to contribute, say something? Because they've been trying to get me to contribute with them on a piece for a while. Oh, it's published already. Okay, we'll do that in a second. Also, our patrons, folks, our lovely patrons. Let me take a second to thank our beautiful Do Not Worry patrons, including our 2 brand new patrons, Jordan M. Thank you so much, Jordan, for becoming a patron. And Villamina. You guys are fucking awesome. Thanks so much, Villamina and Jordan. Much love to you guys. Also, our God tier patron, Elian Mujabir, our angel patron, our forever patron who will never leave us, Jim D. Dukers. Superhero patrons like Legal and Lipstick, Ezekiel B, Fadi Macaros for you, Bonnie Buns, blonde patrons like Daniel Nechle, Mercedes W, and Nicolas Titwani, and abductee patrons like Isa Nabila, Jesse Hyde, Bad Pierogi, Karina Carrillo, Choki, Rizal Asafi, and Daphne. Thank you guys so much. We love you. We appreciate you. We cannot do this without you guys. Members, patrons, y'all get exclusive content. Patrons, ask Karine and Nour what's happening. Ask the ladies. I got nothing to do with this anymore. Nothing. Nothing. Okay, just let me close down as many tabs as I can because you stupid. Why is it not working? Okay. Can close this now. All right. Okay, cool. So far seems like it's working. Suit and baseball cap. Yeah, if I wear a red cap, over. It's over. Poca says, I hate suits because it makes me uncomfortable. Yeah, no. I'm not. This is not going to be an everyday thing. This is just today. This is just a one-time thing. Folks, before we get going into the we have a lot of topics to talk about. Let me open up my notepad real quick. God, just let me kill someone in Minecraft once this laptop situation is over. Oh my God, I'm so angry. So we're going to be talking about Sam Neill, who passed away, a bit about Lindsey Graham, a bit about the U.S. Embassy situation. I found Comrade Casey's twin. Okay, let me copy this article that I've been sent. Copy. And if I click paste now, is that how it works, right? Yes, it does. Okay, nice. Okay, we'll be able to read the article, folks. We'll be able to read the article. Let's go. Let's start with, I just want to talk about this. Okay, I know I don't like to talk about celebrities anymore. I don't like to like celebrities, okay? I used to like actors back in the day, but ever since, Gaza, genocide, Israel, I just don't fuck with celebrity culture anymore. I don't trust any celebrity to have my best interests at heart. Actors, most of them are Zionists. Most of them are bought by Hollywood. Can't trust them, Why would I want to give a second thought to artists that do not view me as an equal? But I got to say, I was hit hard by the Sam Neill news. And this happened a couple of days ago, so I'm a little bit late to get to this. But, I mean, as you guys know, I was talking about Jurassic Park like a couple of weeks ago. Demi and I watched it for the very first time. I got a Jurassic World Triceratops Lego set from Bricking that I built on stream, and we talked about Jurassic Park a whole bunch. So the Jurassic Park movies have a massive impact. Like, I saw Jurassic Park 3 on 9/11. When 9/11 happened, my dad and I had just walked out of Jurassic Park 3 in Espace 2000 in Zoom Keil, and he got a call from his sister being like, "Hey, did they hit the towers?" It's like, I'm like, what the fuck? We had just watched Jurassic Park 3 with Sam Neill. So Sam Neill has been, he's from New Zealand. He is. So to me, he's been one of my favorite, like just because of he's been in a whole ton of amazing movies. But like Jurassic Park, for me, the first one was a seminal movie growing up, and his character, Dr. Alan Grant, I don't know, I fucking love the guy. Without knowing it, like taught me about like masculinity, how to be like a kind, courageous fucking dude, fucking badass. So he's a lovely human being, to be honest with you, but for all intents and purposes. So I just wanted to take a second to talk about Sam Neill with you guys and just what an awesome fucking dude he was. And it is rare for me to mourn. It is very rare for me to mourn any celebrity. But I'm going to turn my phone away. It is rare for me to mourn any celebrity. But when it came to Sam Neill, it hit me in the feels. It hit me in the fucking feels. All of the tributes that were done, a lot of the time using John Williams' Jurassic Park theme, which made it all the more emotional. So R.I.P. to a fucking legend. And again, just the fact that I just jumped back into the Jurassic Park world. I had just rewatched Jurassic Park 1 for the first time in like years, at least like 5 or 6 years, and it fucking held up. It held up. It was an incredible fucking movie. And Demi loved it, you know what I mean? And it's a movie that dropped in like 1992 or some shit. So the fact that it still held up and his performance held up the first time he sees a dinosaur, that whole conversation when they're talking about whether or not they should have cloned the dinosaurs, the fact that he starts the movie hating children and then he ends up being the greatest father figure to those 2 kids who were abandoned by the lawyer, etc. Just great. And here's some very nice little sweet moments. Look at this video. Okay, this is going to get us copyrighted because of the music that's playing in the back, but I don't care. Okay, I don't care about copyright right now. Just listen to this.
Do I have a dream? I think I'd like a night where there's no dreams. I'd like a morning when I wake up and there's really nothing on the news. When everything just returns to dull. And there's nothing to report. And there's no pestilence. And there's no war and there's no aggression and people are just leaving it alone and getting on with each other. Wouldn't that be nice? The surf is 3 foot high today. Chickens are laying in Central Otago, New Zealand. The football will be played as usual on Saturday. Someone might win, but probably everyone will just have a draw. There's nothing happening. That's my dream. Let's just be nice.
I got goosebumps just listening to that, man. What a fucking sweetheart. Ramona in the chat says Jurassic Park. Samuel hit me hard too. Jurassic Park is my favorite movie of all time. It is a fucking fantastic movie. It is the perfect blockbuster. It's a perfect movie, to be fair. I mean, I know people, but it's got dinosaurs. It's not. It's a perfect movie. From beginning to end, it is a perfect motion picture. I know it's a blockbuster, shove some popcorn down your face, but it's got a real emotional core. It's got incredible performances, groundbreaking visual effects, an amazing story, an amazing theme, science, humans playing God. Should we do this? Even if you can do it, should you? Fantastic movie with a fantastic message, which none of the sequels have ever come close to even scratching the surface of what that movie was. Someone in the chat was saying they want to watch the new one. Which one? Ko says, I want to see the newest J-World movie with him and Laura Dern in it. I just hated the crisp. It's horrible. The latest one, the one where he comes back with Laura Dern and I forgot his name. The other one. It's horrendous. It's horrible. It fucking sucks. They wasted the fact that they had the original cast. I can't believe they made such a bad movie with the original cast. Watch it just for Sam Neill, but Jeff Goldblum. It is a horrendous fucking movie. It is a horrendous fucking movie. The latest Jurassic World, not the one that came out with Scarlett Johansson, the one that had Sam Neill in it, where they brought them back, it was so fucking bad. It was about fucking locusts and shit. Horrendous. But the original Jurassic Park was fantastic. The next two, like The Lost World, was okay. Jurassic Park 3, it's okay. I have a special place in my heart because I was young when I saw it. I saw it with my dad. Again, on 9/11, crazy day. So it's just like ingrained in my head. It's got some pretty iconic scenes with a cell phone. When it keeps ringing. But what a guy. There's also, what's this other movie? The Hunt for the Wilder People. That movie was fucking incredible. Here's another, look at that. Look at that. What a guy. What a guy.
In the pH, acids, and the sugar level.
And like, I like the fact that he embraced his role as Dr. Grant long after he made the movies. He's not ashamed like he was in this franchise and like, he tries to like, no. He loves it. His fucking Twitter handle is 2 Paddocks. 2 Paddocks. We've got the Tyrannosaur paddock. He's literally got Jurassic Park in his like handle. So he embraced his role as Dr. Alan Grant. He knows the impact he had on people. He knows the role that he played in making people love dinosaurs. You think I would have loved and been into dinosaurs as much if it wasn't for the Jurassic Park movies and Alan Grant's fucking badass representation of a paleontologist? He was so fucking effortlessly cool with that fucking jean jacket, the little red bandana on, his fucking hat. Like when he's on the helicopter and he can't figure out the seatbelts, he just grabs both ends of the seatbelts and like ties a little knot. Like that was all so... He didn't know it at the time, but he was like making men out of us little boys with that fucking movie. And what a great role model to have. What a great, fantastic role model to have. And even long after those movies off camera, he's an incredible role model off camera, which is what is more important. If he was a piece of shit off cam, I would not have cared about him on camera. But the fact that he's such a sweet and genuine person off camera, just spending time on his farm, raising ducks, raising pigs, rescue animals,
in the pH, acids, and the sugar level. What did I say? What did I say? Go on, get out of here. Get out of here. You feed them, you train them, and that's what happens. Where's the gratitude? I'm not really mad at you, mate. No, you're my friend. I just need to stay out of the limelight once in a while, okay? In the PHS.
Chris, it's not hot. There's an AC blasting, man. There's an AC blasting. You haven't experienced American air conditioning, Chris. American air conditioning is on another level. Look at this. I mean, look at this shit. Get your tissue papers ready, folks. Get your tissue papers ready.
You're such a pretty duck. You are. Don't let anyone else tell you.
We can barely hear him, but he's just talking to the duck. He just...
What have you been doing? Been swimming in the pond? Hanging around? Talking to the wild duck?
Do I have a better video with the duck? There he is. This one's better. Look at this.
I don't know if you've ever cuddled a duck. This is Charlie. Loves cuddling. It's very soothing for Charlie. And probably more soothing for me. Say hello, Charlie. And don't be shy. You gorgeous duck. Yes. I don't know if you've ever cuddled a duck.
Sweet little duck. That's it. That was essentially his whole social media, was just petting ducks. Just hanging out with little ducks, sweet little animals. Look at that. Look at that guy. And this was, I remember seeing this tweet when it was put out. This was in 2020. Today I learned, for the sci-fi horror film Event Horizon, Sam Neill requested that the Australian flag on his character's uniform remove the Union flag from the corner and for it to be replaced with the Aboriginal flag, the way he thought it should look in 2047. So if you look at here, he has the Aboriginal flag on his outfit, like in this pretend fake future. And then Sam Neill quote tweets that tweet and says, "This is indeed so, and I wouldn't do it any differently today." This was again in 2020. And again, 2 Paddocks is his Twitter handle, which shows he fully embraced the Sam Neill Jurassic Park of it all. Just what a fucking guy. What a guy. He's a real one. Like, we genuinely lost a real one. He's shown support for Palestine. He's genuinely sweetheart. But the post, I think, that broke me the most, the post that, like, broke me, and there were a lot that broke me. A lot of really sweet videos of him with, like, that little inflatable dinosaur and stuff that were adorable and very funny. This is the one that got me. This is the one that got me. Sam, she plays one of the 2 little girls. She plays the little girl, Tim's sister. I forgot her name in Jurassic Park. Her name is Ariana Richards, the actress. Once I saw this, I'm like, nah, you can't. Don't do this to me. Don't do this to me. We can't have the young kids all grown up, you know? Just, yeah, that one fucked me up. This one fucked me up. Let's try to read this together without breaking down. Sam, you are more than just a lovely actor to work with, refined, thoughtful, skilled, second to no one. You are a mentor, protector, and above all, a friend. Thank you for making our scenes together feel so real. I will be forever grateful to have been on this journey with you. God damn it. Let's just take a second. Let's just take a moment of silence for Sam motherfucking Neill, Dr. Alan Grant. All right, and one more that got me today. Laura Dern, who's co-star in Jurassic Park, already put out a couple of very nice little tributes. Sugar, thank you for being here, and we'll see you later, Sugar. Laura Dern put out this other picture just a few hours ago on her Instagram. She's watching Jurassic Park yet again, and that's the picture of her and Dr. Alan Grant, and that, like, one of the opening scenes of the movie when they're, like, you know, when they're visited by Hammond to tell them about, you know, ask them to go visit Jurassic Park so they can give them their opinion on it, their take. And I remember the scene exactly. They're, like, walking towards the bunker. So, I mean, you know. This shit's been breaking me, folks. It's been breaking me. you know? But hey. Okay. R.I.P. Sam Neill. Let me just take a second to... Why does it keep doing this? The camera keeps on, like, jumping out. I hate the setup, folks. Have I mentioned that I hate streaming on this laptop? Have I mentioned it? Okay. I got to set up the next few topics, so just give me a second to click on some links. Yalla. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Okay. Open a whole bunch of links. May God protect us. So we did lose a great one. We did lose a legend in Sam Neill, but I guess there was a little bit of justice in the world because we also lost a fucking devil this fucking week. Someone who is not worth mourning, and that is Senator Lindsey Graham. Senator Lindsey Graham, who has been a war hawk, who has been pro-Israel his whole fucking life, anti-Palestine, anti-Lebanon, anti-Iran, anti-Arab, anti-Muslim, anti-brown people. A fucking devil amongst men. What a piece of shit. He's finally dead. And you can tell who's shitty by who mourns you and how they mourn you. Well, here's Ben-Gvir, war criminal and certified piece of shit, devil himself. Today, Israel has lost one of its greatest friends. Senator Lindsey Graham stood with Israel not because it was easy, but because he believed it was right. His unwavering support, courage, and moral clarity earned him the admiration of millions of Israelis. So I just pretend gagging, and then with this being so tight on my neck. Oh, yeah. So much better. Oh, my God. The state of Israel will always remember his friendship, his unwavering support, and his steadfast commitment to Israel's security. Heartfelt condolences to his family and to the American people. May his memory be a blessing. Motherfucker, you have no idea. People are fucking celebrating. It's been a party over here. I found out he died when I was at a wedding. He died while we were, like, drinking and having a fucking blast at a wedding, man. It was fucking incredible. We literally, like, all grabbed our just like, yay, fuck you, Lindsey Graham. No one was sad. There were all types of people, all sorts of races. I'm sure all sorts of political backgrounds. No one gave a shit that Lindsey Graham died. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that nice? His death brought us all together. And a lovely toast that we had for his death at the wedding. Beautiful, very satisfying. So, I mean, again, Ben-Gvir is fucking mourning the guy. So, Ben-Gvir, we hope you join him. Ben-Gvir, I hope you miss him because I really hope that the two of you will be reunited in the fires of hell together one day. You fucking piece of shit. I hope you're next, Ben-Gvir. I hope you are fucking next. You fucking devil. You fucking devil. And no, I hope Ben, like, okay, that's all I'll say. And not in Minecraft. Not in Minecraft, folks. In real fucking life. Ben-Gvir, I hope you're next, you motherfucker. Kashma Savant said, let's read this, huh? Senator Lindsey Graham was one of the most loathsome warmongering anti-worker bigots in the halls of the U.S. Congress. Graham was as vicious a proponent of imperialist war as they come. For decades, he was a hardened supporter of Israel's ethnic cleansing and its apartheid state. He effectively called for Israel to use nuclear weapons on the Palestinian people, likened Palestinians to Nazi Germany, and urged that Israel flatten Gaza and the West Bank. He called for regime change in Iran and was an undying advocate of the ongoing genocide in Gaza. He described American funding for the bloody inter-imperialist proxy war in Ukraine as the best money we've ever spent. Graham was virulently opposed to social democracy and socialism anywhere, and especially hated the planned economy in Cuba and social democratic reforms in Venezuela. He celebrated a possible return to capitalism in Cuba by saying their days are numbered. He called Venezuela, Cuba, and Colombia the drug caliphate. As working and poor people lost the ground from under their feet in the COVID pandemic, Graham used this position to speak out repeatedly against the bare minimum stimulus. Graham claimed that the relief package would encourage working people to be lazy and unemployed. It apparently gnawed at his insides that the COVID relief bill would pay the equivalent of over $24 an hour in South Carolina versus the state minimum wage of $7.25 an hour. As the world's richest people doubled their fortunes and the incomes of billions of working people plummeted, and over 160 million more people were forced into poverty. Graham strenuously opposed abortion rights, introduced numerous anti-abortion bills, and voted for every bill he could to cut social assistance for working class and poor families. He was a staunch opponent of trans and queer rights, even though by all accounts he was queer. He was a closeted queer person. He voted for the horrendous Defense of Marriage Act, scandalously voted for by a majority of Democrats and signed by Democratic President Bill Clinton, and called himself a proud defender of traditional marriage. He voted against repealing Don't Ask, Don't Tell, voted against the Employment Non-Discrimination Act, and co-sponsored the bill against trans women in sports. So in summary, good fucking riddance to Lindsey Graham. Never forget the misery he helped create for hundreds of millions of people. Shame on the Democratic Party politicians, including Kamala Harris, Cory Booker, and Joe Biden, who are eulogizing Lindsey Graham. Wait, dude, I keep forgetting Joe Biden's still alive. Why did I think he was dead? We need to build militant mass movements of the working class and build our own party to defeat the right wing, the billionaires, and both their parties. I 100% agree. Here's a picture of this motherfucker carrying some kind of fucking deadly weapon. Look at the glee on his face, you fucker. Life is strange. 1 minute you're smiling and holding a weapon designed to tear human bodies apart. The next day you're laying on a slab in a temperature-controlled room while half the world dances in celebration. I hope you're burning in fucking hell, you piece of shit. You motherfucker. You fucking white devil. Cory Booker. Dude, I fucking hate Cory Booker. I fucking hate Cory Booker with a passion. Okay, I hate the man with a passion. I can't even begin to tell you how much I hate the man. And any fucking okay, I know Kamala Harris put that out. That is expected, but Cory Booker in particular is such a fucking clown, dude. I fucking loathe this man. I fucking hate that he stands for nothing. He stands for nothing. Why are you even a politician? Why are you even a Democrat? Why do you even pretend to represent the fucking people? Why do you even pretend to be a leftist? Just fucking stop. Fucking stop and go away, you piece of shit. I'm stunned by Senator Graham's passing and thinking back. Oh, yeah, think back of the great memories you had, you motherfucker. You motherfucker, man. Again, this reminds me of the Plattner left. The Plattner left. If you support someone and if you mourn someone that has said horrendous shit about brown people, then fuck you, man. I'm sorry. Fuck you. You don't care about anyone that is that doesn't look like you, essentially.
So I go up to Lindsey Graham, and I'm a brand new senator, determined to do something about mass incarceration. And I hear through Dick Durbin and others that he's the guy to work with.
I love how he starts it. So I walk up to Lindsey Graham, like he's sharing a nice little story time. Motherfucker, dude's a fucking war criminal. Dude's a piece of shit who has wished the death of millions and millions of fucking Arabs and brown people. So I walk up to Lindsey Graham. No one wants to hear your fucking story. No one gives a shit.
So I go up to Lindsey Graham, and I'm a brand new senator, determined to do something about mass incarceration. And I hear through Dick Durbin and others that he's the guy to work with. And I say, Mr. Graham, sir, I'd like to work with you on criminal justice reform. He seems almost amused by what I said. He goes, Cory, do you understand? I'm in a primary right now, and I'm running against a guy who is batshit crazy. I can't even so much as talk to you right now. Get out of here, man. Come back to me after my primary. And I laughed and came back to him after the primary. And true to his word, he rolled up his sleeves and we went to work.
Who's this supposed to appeal to? Are you trying to get Republicans to fucking vote for you, you piece of shit? You stupid piece of shit. You stupid motherfucking piece of shit. I fucking hate, dude, guys. I can't. It's like mourning Hitler. Well, he had a family and he had friends and people loved him. Who gives a shit? Hitler had a family. Hitler had people who loved him. Do we mourn Hitler? What is it with this bullshit? What is it with this false, fake politeness? Let's be polite. Let's be courteous. Who gives a shit? Who gives a shit when a piece of shit dies? Either don't fucking say anything. You can say nothing. I'm not telling Cory Booker to be out there and be like, yeah, fuck Lindsey Graham. Just don't fucking say anything. Maintain some fucking dignity, you worthless little piece of trash.
Work. And thanks to him and Dick Durbin and some other Senate heroes, our bill became the First Step Act after years, 2 presidents, 2 Congresses, and became law. One of my favorite moments in that negotiation was at the last minute, I'm trying to force one more thing into that bill. This has to do with children being put in solitary confinement. And I am going at it with this White House official who says,
why was this even a law? Why are children even being put in solitary confinement? Dude, America's fucking crazy, man.
No, hard no. And we're almost yelling at each other. And then he says, I'm going to get Lindsey Graham on the phone and he will tell you. And so he gets the White House operator to connect Lindsey Graham onto the phone. And Lindsey Graham listens for maybe a hot second and then interrupts the guy and says, are you kidding me? We need Cory Booker to get this bill done. We can't do it without him. Give him what he wants. And it was in the bill. It's now part of the law of the land. One of the White House negotiators during that first negotiation told me that Lindsey Graham was like
go fuck yourself, Cory Booker.
An unguided missile. That God, you never knew which way he was going to go, whether he would come back and hit you.
Oh my God, he's even calling him a missile. He's even comparing him to a missile that kills and tears people apart and that destroys families. Cory Booker has clearly never been a victim of a missile to even make that comparison. Like, you know what I mean? People that are sheltered from war, people that only manufacture weapons and sell them to other countries to destroy other people. Motherfucker, I know what a missile sounds like. I know what a missile feels like. We know what the impact of a missile is. Ooh, he's like an unguided missile. Go fuck yourself, dude. Horny for selling weapons to fucking Israel.
Missile. That God told me that Lindsey Graham was like an unguided missile. That God, you never knew which way he was going to go, whether he would come back and hit you. But when he was aligned, when he would be in the right place at the right time, man, he could get things
broken clock is right twice a day, motherfucker.
Done that other people couldn't and bring a lot of light and new possibilities to the efforts. I am stunned at Lindsey Graham's death, but I pray that he is reunited with his friend,
John McCain. Oh my God. Oh my God, dude. Is this guy still in power? Is this guy still like he's in like New Jersey, right? Is he still an elected official? Is he still in power? This motherfucker? Please, someone get rid of this guy. Please primary this motherfucker. Please get rid of this fucking useless, wet blanket of a human being. Please.
John McCain, that they both are experiencing God's love, grace, mercy, and forgiveness. My prayers are with his family and all those who loved and cherished him. I will miss my perhaps most unexpected friend in the Senate and someone with whom I got some good things done.
I don't even know. This is disgusting for me to see. Haley D with a $10 dono. Haley D, thank you so fucking much. Holy shit, Haley. We salute you, ma'am. Says someone needs to write their name on Joe Biden and plop him over to Tel Aviv. I know, right? Holy shit. God damn. Joe Biden explosive. We should feed Joe Biden some American salad, then write Cory Booker's name on him, and then we send him over to Tel Aviv, just like a diarrhea explosion all over Tel Aviv. What the fuck was this? Like, what the fuck? And Kamala put out a statement, and like, you know, all of the, but like he made a fucking like video. He tried to make it like, you know, let me tell you guys a personal. First time I met Lindsey Graham. So he's still elected, huh? God damn it, man. So pathetic. So pathetic. I love this tweet, though. Sam Sachs says, say what you want about how awful this website is, but it remains the best place to be when a shitbag dies. And I could not agree more. I hate Twitter, okay? I still use Twitter is the only social media that I use. I mean, I do consider YouTube kind of a proto-social media, kind of. But like in terms of like pure social media between like Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, all that sort of shit, I only spend my time on Twitter. That's where you'll find me. I'll barely maybe spend like a couple of minutes a day on Instagram, look at a couple of stories, then I'm out. I'm not engaged by it at all. I will doom scroll Twitter for fucking hours on end. It is a problem. This is where I get most of my news for the show updates. As much as there are terrible things about Twitter, it is still the best place to get current, quick updates. What are people thinking right now? You know, finger on the pulse. It's Twitter. I'm sorry. Threads is nowhere near what Twitter is. I've never used Blue Sky. Haven't even opened Threads since I signed up. So he's still a senator, huh? We got to primary that motherfucker. Someone primary Cory Booker. He's a piece of shit. It's not yet. Billy says, I know Elon has it, but like it's the only site that is actually useful to me. Twitter must be the worst social media site for mental health, though. Of course, but my mental health is already destroyed. My mental health is already in shambles. But hey, again, say what you will. Guys, everybody stop criticizing Twitter for a second. The guy said it. Say what you will about how awful this website is, but it remains the best place to be when a shitbag dies. And I fucking swear to God, dude. People were pissing on the man's fucking grave, and it was fun. And I was liking so many fucking tweets, just shitting on this motherfucker. So, Twitter remains undefeated. When a piece of shit dies, Twitter remains undefeated. Why does the camera keep cutting off? It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Like a week left of this, about a week left of streaming like this. And then, God, I'm going to hug my PC. I'm going to kiss my PC. I'm going to unspeakable things to my PC along with the Gripper Cup. Me, the Gripper Cup, and the PC are going to have an adventure together. What else we got? So this is someone... So James is smiling. This is someone who used to work. I don't know. I forgot who the person was exactly. But it's someone that had sort of like a sexual encounter with Lindsey Graham back then. They just woke up to find out that Lindsey Graham is dead. Lol. Most of you know him as the homophobic senator from South Carolina. But to me, he will always be the man who paid a Twinkie pre-transition college student, themselves, a fat stack of cash to do unspeakable things to him in a hotel room while he wore red lingerie. It is a canon trans event to have far-right freaks bankrolling you and then turning around and voting against you. People love to judge us for it, but I never see them opening their wallets. Shout out to sex workers everywhere forced to humanize their enemies just to make rent. It is an absolute mindfuck to me that one of the reasons I have any semblance of financial security and a lack of student loans is because of this man. At the time, I had no idea who he was, and I only figured it out because another group of twinks, sorry, I don't know if the word is offensive, or twinks leaked Lady G to the media. Some queers tried to grandstand critique this, saying we shouldn't out people. I believe bigots with power deserve no peace or privacy, especially when they hold public office. I'm glad they did. Icons forever. Oh, absolutely. I also do not support outing anyone, but when that person is actively hurting a movement, when that person is actively hurting a segment of the population with predatory laws and discriminatory laws, fuck them. Fuck them. I'm sorry. No pity, no sympathy for this motherfucker. Anyway, if you've ever enjoyed what I do on the internet, know that it is in part because of Lindsey's generous donation over a decade ago. If I've ever sent you money for something, know that was kickstarted by the now deceased sissy senator from South Carolina. Lindsey, rest in hell for what you did to our community. I will continue to love queer and trans people harder than you ever hated us. You loved every second of our time together, and now everyone knows. So, beautiful. Drax says, nah, twink isn't offensive when it's him self-identifying. Okay, great. So, or her. I'm not sure if James is man or a woman. So if I have used the wrong pronouns, I also do apologize. This was just kind of funny, you know. Mitch McConnell, death doorstep. The devil's like, nope. Oh, no. We're going for Lindsey Graham first. We're going for, and I know this is probably AI. Okay. Fuck the fucking screen. Okay. Here's Lindsey talking about wanting to destroy Lebanon.
Well, Hezbollah is not interested in a ceasefire. The only solution to Hezbollah is for them to be destroyed as a force in Lebanon, as a terrorist organization. There is no...
By the way, right-wing Lebanese people love this man. Right-wing Lebanese Christians that are pro-U.S., pro-Israel, they fucking love it when Lindsey Graham says this kind of shit. There's actually a small percentage of Lebanese people mourning his death. Isn't that crazy? We have a very right-wing Christian news channel called MTV. They had a whole report on Lindsey's death. Isn't that fucking crazy?
No substitute for having Hezbollah taken on by the Lebanese people through the army.
Which he's basically calling for civil war. When he said that Hezbollah needs to be destroyed, that means he's calling for the destruction of the South. He's calling for the destruction of Dahiyeh. And he's calling for the Lebanese army to fight their own. And he knows that's going to lead to conflict, internal conflict within the country. He's essentially calling for Lebanese civil war. Why? For the interests of Israel and the United States.
And they have to get on with it. As long as Hezbollah's around, there will never be a ceasefire between Lebanon and Israel. They're not interested in peace with Israel. They want to kill all the Jews.
They want to kill all the Jews.
Yeah.
Of course, yes, of course. That is the goal of Hezbollah. That is the goal. Of course. So anyways, rest in piss, you motherfucker. Hope you're burning in hell. He definitely is. Lil Shaitan says, new drinking game. Take a shot every time Anthony curses out his American setup because of technical issues. It is driving me crazy, guys. It is driving me crazy. Zaytun asks, Anthony, have you seen MTV's new show called She? MTV. No, I have not. I don't watch any MTV. I don't watch any Lebanese cable TV or news. And I would love to like react to some of that shit on stream once, but they are insane with copyright takedowns. They not only like demonetize your video, they will block the video. It's a fucking nightmare. That's why I don't watch any Lebanese news content on my channel. Nothing from New TV, nothing from LBC, nothing from MTV, nothing. They are insanely litigious when it comes to like YouTube and copyright and taking shit down. So I've never even bothered. I tried a few years ago when I used to cover Lebanese stuff. Haven't fucked with any of their stuff since. This is what we were just talking about right now. So the U.S. Embassy in Beirut is offering to pay Lebanese people money to do pro-U.S. propaganda. This is a tweet from the U.S. Embassy in Beirut. This came out yesterday. Let's dig deep into this. The U.S. Embassy in Beirut is opening a new notice of funding opportunity for 2026. We're looking for partners to implement programs that strengthen ties between the U.S. and Lebanon, with a focus on highlighting U.S.-led peace and stabilization efforts and advancing digital literacy to help people identify and push back on false adversarial narratives. Full eligibility details and how to apply here. Grants, let's see. So look at that. 2026 grant notice. Funding opportunity now live. Close date is August 7th. Should I try to get my hands on $250,000 of funding to do pro-US propaganda? I mean, shit, the money would be nice. Right? Do you guys support me? Yalla ftah ya. Let's see. So here we are. Here, this is the government portal for the grants.gov. Look at that. General information. By the way, this is very similar to the Israeli government offering $7,000 per social media post for like American influencers to make pro-Zionist content. This is very similar, but just like instead of paying you $7,000 per post, they're going to give you like a grant of like up to $250,000 to create whatever fucking propaganda / data gathering, etc., etc. Look at this. Document type, grants notice. Notice of funding, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Let's start scrolling down. Eligible applicants. Others. See text field entitled additional information on eligibility. Okay, whatever. Okay, so additional information on eligibility for not-for-profit Lebanese organizations, including think tanks and civil society, non-governmental organizations. Okay, very cool. Additional information. Agency name. U.S. mission to Lebanon. Description. Executive summary. The U.S. Department of State's Embassy Beirut, Lebanon announces an open competition to implement programs that promote U.S. priorities and strengthen ties between the United States and Lebanon. U.S. priorities include highlighting U.S.-led peace and stabilization efforts and advancing digital literacy to identify and counter false adversarial narratives and claims. So like saying that the U.S. and Israel do not want what's best for Lebanon, that they're trying to fucking control Lebanon, they're trying to control some kind of American hegemony in the area. We're not allowed to say that. I'm sure calling Hezbollah a resistance force goes against America's narrative. So all programs must include an American element or connection with American experts, organizations, or institutions that will promote increased understanding of U.S. policy and perspectives. Please follow all instructions below. Project background, goals, and objectives. The public diplomacy section invites proposals for programs that support the following U.S. Embassy Beirut priority program area. Advanced digital literacy, the use of artificial intelligence tools and other instruments and forums to identify and counter false adversarial narratives and claims. Applicants are expected to identify their target audience, scope of work, and effectively measure the results of their programs throughout the implementation period. This includes designing a comprehensive monitoring and evaluation plan, detailing how the project's performance will be tracked over time, and outlining the approach and data collection strategies to be utilized. So they want to use AI and collect data on Lebanese people. And who are they going to share that information with? The fucking U.S. Embassy? Oh my God, dude. PDS encourages project ideas that acknowledge the United States as Lebanon's committed partner, reinforce expectations of mutual responsibility in addressing and overcoming challenges, and highlighting the built-in elements that constitute the building blocks of American excellence, i.e. innovation, education, culture, and creativity. Lemon and Cat sends a $2 donut, says, here is my America money for a free Lebanon. Thank you. Guys, fuck I want you, like, I will take your $2. I will take your $4 donos any fucking day over a $250,000 grant from the U.S. government. Believe me. You are my boss. I work for you. I work for you, okay? We work for you guys, okay? I am a serious person doing serious news, serious videos, serious content. I'm not joking around here, okay? I am your streamer and you take me seriously, okay? So this is what we're competing with now. I'm competing with the U.S. Embassy bankrolling these think tanks to try to tell people that the U.S. actually wants what's best for Lebanon. No. Anyways. Drax says, chat supports you taking the money, though. All right, look, we can take the money and then just do a horrible job. You know, we can take the money. I'm like, guys, I'm a nonprofit organization. Barely make any profit anytime anyways. Is that how it works? Non-for-profit. There's barely any profit here. So give me the $250,000 and I will make a Lebanon pro-America. Trust me. Just give me the money, right? At least if I take it, someone else won't take it. And then, you know, we can have some fun with that shit. Applicants are expected to identify their target audience, scope of work, and effectively measure the results of their programs. Throughout the implementation period, this includes designing a comprehensive monitoring and evaluation plan. Ooh, we got to monitor you motherfuckers, huh? Detailing how the project's performance will be tracked over time and outlining the approach and data collection strategies to be utilized. PDS encourages project ideas that acknowledge the United States as Lebanon's committed partner, reinforce expectations of... Oh, we read this already. Okay, so project goal, strengthen local public understanding of U.S.-led peace and stabilization efforts, and its role as a partner committed to security, economic opportunity, and responsible regional leadership. The objectives are, PDS welcomes project ideas that advance one of the following objectives. Advanced digital literacy, the use of AI tools, and other instruments and forums to identify and counter false adversarial narratives and claims. Programs that advance digital literacy among local audiences and or local knowledge base to identify a counter false information. Programs that leverage artificial intelligence tools and platforms to identify, analyze, and counter false adversarial narratives that undermine Lebanon's stability, and programs that promote the U.S. as a credible partner and strategic enabler in resolving conflict in Lebanon and reaching a peace agreement. Oh, wow, it's all about resolving conflict, folks. Not creating conflict, not bankrolling Israel as they occupy 20% of our land, murder 4,000 people in the span of 2 months, injure another 12,000 people in the span of 2 months. Amazing. Can't wait for more of that. And to do propaganda for that. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, let's see. Where's the money at, though? So look at that. Estimated total program funding. So that $500K in total. That's fucking cheap. The award floor, so they're going to award people a minimum of $100,000 up to $250,000. So look, if they award someone $250K, that means they're going to offer 2 grants of $250K right at that point. Or they're going to give 5 different organizations $100 grand each. That's not enough. You guys are cheaping out. You want to turn Lebanese people against their own people, and you're only offering up to $250K or $100,000? That's cheap. What the fuck? Anyways, let's see what I had to say about this in the article on the New Arab. Look at that. Launder their image. U.S. offers up to $250,000 in pathetic push to promote its role in Lebanon. Ooh. I think these are my words that are being used. Let's see. The U.S. State Department is offering grants of up to $250K for programs in Lebanon that put a positive spin on Washington's involvement in the country. With one Lebanese commentator telling the Arab News, the initiative amounted to paying people to promote American and Israeli hegemony in the region amid a U.S. was attempting to whitewash its image and push for normalization with Israel. The new grant was announced by the U.S. Embassy in Beirut on X on Tuesday. We're looking for partners to implement programs. Okay, we just read that. Oh, there we go. Popular Lebanese content creator and podcaster Anthony Sargon told the New Arab that it should come as no surprise that the U.S. Embassy is willing to pay Lebanese corporations or individuals large sums of money to promote American and Israeli hegemony in the region. Lebanon already has a large facet of pro-U.S., pro-Israel individuals and political parties who desperately want to be associated with them, no matter the cost to their own country, dignity, and freedom. Sargon, who hosts the Do Not Worry podcast, said, let's go. Let's go. Look at this. That's why we're wearing the suit today, folks. We are legitimate. I am a serious political commentator. Let's read what I said as well. The podcaster also drew comparisons between the PR drive and Israel's propaganda campaigns. It reminds me of when Israel was shelling out $7,000 per post for U.S. influencers to make pro-Zionist content in the U.S. It's another pathetic attempt to launder their image and distract from their countless war crimes, Sargon said. While expressing skepticism about whether the program will attract new converts, Sargon highlighted potential issues with other facets of the drive. I'm more concerned about data collection and the use of AI, which the program heavily encourages. That data and information will certainly be turned against the Lebanese population at one point or another, he said, adding that anyone who accepts this funding, in my opinion, is a collaborator and a traitor working against Lebanon's best interests and sovereignty. Ba-bam! Ba-bam! Look at that. Look at that. Look at how serious this is, folks. I am a serious news commentator now, folks. I am as serious and as legitimate as they come. You know what I mean? If anyone thinks I don't have any credibility in the world of news, in the world of political commentating, think again. You think again. Okay? Okay? Good old gripper. This is a real YouTube news show. I have a suit and I have a gripper cup. And now my name is in an actual publication. It's not a fleshlight. It's a gripper cup. Zaytoon Zero. Haley D with another $2 donut. Thank you, Haley. Says, do this and make an op account to argue with yourself. Oh my God. But someone else, yeah, like they'll quote me twice in the same article. Oh my God. We got to get our hands on some of this funding though. I got to get my hand. Can I at least get $100,000? Can we at least get 100? You want to turn this is what the cup looks like on the other way. This is boring, okay? This does not look nearly as nice as this side of the cup. There's a special picture on Discord. If you guys want to see a really bad picture of me with that cup, hop on the Discord. That's all I'll say. So thank you to the awesome people at the New Arab for this. Let me share the link. Give it a click. Give it a click. I'll share this on Instagram later as well. So, yeah. Also, very quick, very random news. As you guys know, I've already secured my ticket for the Odyssey. I'm going to be watching it on the 22nd. And as real IMAX as I can get in the area, okay? Now, the perfect way, the ideal way to watch the Odyssey would be in 70mm IMAX with a 1:43 aspect ratio. The IMAX theater that's here in Chantilly is no longer projected on film, so it's not 70mm, but it is the correct aspect ratio. It is still one of 30 theaters in the U.S. that is actually going to show the movie in the full aspect ratio. It's a 6-story high building. The full screen is going to be taken. I'm going to be watching every single frame that Christopher Nolan filmed. I'm going to be able to witness it. Whoever watches it in a regular theater, you're going to be missing like the top and 15% of the screen. I'm going to see the whole thing. It's not in 70mm. Granted, there are theaters that have it in 70mm, but not in the full aspect ratio. To me, the aspect ratio, the correct aspect ratio is more important than the 70mm part. If I could have seen it in both, perfect. We don't have a theater like this in DC, but it's as close as I'm ever going to get. And I've seen 2 other Christopher Nolan movies in that exact same theater. It's going to be fucking incredible. I'm literally going to be looking up at the whole screen like this. I can't fucking wait. But there's this guy. Does he look like someone you know? One of the world's biggest IMAX fans is flying from Hawaii to Los Angeles to watch The Odyssey 8 times in 24 hours. He also holds the record for seeing Avatar: The Way of Water 164 times in theaters. Does he remind you of someone that we might know on the show? A friend of the show, possibly? I'll give you a second to I'm not going to say anything. Who does he look like? Should I zoom in? I can zoom in a little bit. Does it work here? Who does this look like? Friend of the show. No one can no one can make that connection. I'll give you 5 more seconds. Hyde Corvus. Hyde Corvus got it, folks. I don't know, man. To me, this is Comrade Casey. Look at that. Looks just like Comrade Casey with long hair. Literally, no mustache. Just shave Comrade Casey, slap a wig on it. To me, this was like freaky to me. I freaked out when I saw. You don't see it? It's North Star Radio. Look at this. Yes, this is our boy Comrade Casey. You guys don't see it? Haley says because no, it's not because of the blonde. It's the jaw. Look, he's got the jaw. He's got the chin. He's got the eyes. He's got the smile. That's a very Comrade Casey person right there. You guys are blind. You guys are blind. You guys are saying Greg Kinnear? Greg Kinnear? No. Okay, another little random story before we jump into something else. I don't even think this is worth talking about right now. But this just was kind of funny to me. Hadi shared this. This is why isn't Gen Z watching superhero movies anymore? And someone shared this picture. Avengers Doomsday actors age. Okay, so this is like the average age of like all the actors in Avengers Doomsday. And yeah, like I guess when you do ask like why aren't young people watching comic book movies anymore? Why is the superhero genre dying? It's only for millennials now. This is the age of all the actors in the movie. You got Robert Downey Jr. at 61. Pedro Pascal is in his 50s. You got Chris Evans is 45. Thor is 42. Paul Rudd is 57. You got the X-Men. Look at the X-Men, dude. The youngest X-Men is 46 years old. And by the way, I'm not here to shame anyone's age, but like if you're trying to appeal to like younger audiences, yeah, I don't know if this is gonna cut it. You got what the fuck? Gambit. What's his name again? What was this guy's name? We got Magneto is 87 years old. We got Professor Xavier. I'm forgetting their name. Patrick Stewart is 86. Okay, we got the guy who used to play, what the fuck was his name? Frasier. He's 71 years old. Cyclops is 52. Rebecca Romijn, 53. Alan Cumming, who plays, what the fuck, Nightcrawler, 61. It's literally Boomer Day. Yes, it's Boomersday. Instead of Doomsday, it's just fucking Boomersday, dude. Holy shit. You got Anthony Mackie, who's 47. You got The Thing, who's 49. I mean, look, there's some people in their 30s, you know. We got Shang-Chi, who's 37. We got Shuri, who's 32. I forgot this guy's name, M'Baku. He's 39. I'm just naming their Marvel characters. 30 years old. That's the youngest person in the movie is 30 years old. Yelena. God, I'm forgetting all their names. I'm blanking on everyone's names. So, it's just kind of funny. Haley says millennials eat the superhero. They do, but like I think for these movies, like I think the only reason like Avengers made so much money and stuff is because these movies were able to appeal to outside of simply the millennials. Because the millennials we'll go watch this. We'll guarantee this movie makes at least like $200 or $300 million domestically. But like for it to make $400, $500, $600 million, like the other movies, they got to appeal to everybody. And I think at this point, God, it's like a bunch of like grandparents running around in fucking costumes. I don't know, man. What do you guys think? This is kind of fun. Florence Pugh, that's right. Yeah, Florence Pugh is the youngest person here at 30 years old in this cast. Everybody, dude, the X-Men, man. The X-Men are funny. The X-Men are so old, dude. 86. Like the average age of the X-Men actors. Let me see the average age. It's going to be fucking hilarious, dude. Okay, so we got 86 plus 87 plus 71 plus 52 plus 61 plus 53 plus 46. They're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So divided by 7. The average age of the X-Men in Avengers Doomsday, okay, just the X-Men, is 65. The average age of the X-Men in Avengers Doomsday is 65. It's crazy. You know? And look, I'll eat the shit up like Haley said. I've watched every single X-Men movie. I used to love those fucking movies. Fuck Bryan Singer. Fucking pedophile piece of shit. But like, you know, I used to love those movies back in the day. So I'm going to eat all this shit up. You know, I'm happy to see all these people back. I don't care how old they are. I don't give a shit. Poker Ray Joe says Ian McKellen and Patrick Stewart, they are legends, but you know what? Ian McKellen still has it. Patrick Stewart is kind of like he's kind of like, I think, like early like dementia or something. Like Patrick Stewart doesn't have it anymore. Patrick Stewart can barely act. Patrick Stewart is like barely there, I feel. Ian McKellen, fucking legend, badass. I think he will still be a formidable Magneto. Patrick Stewart is like really old now, man. Like he's very old. So I don't know what kind of impact he's gonna have. The fact that Paul Rudd is 57, holy shit, dude, that is shocking to me. He does not look a day over like fucking 42 or something. What a great looking 57-year-old. Jesus Christ. But like, yeah, they can't reboot the X-Men franchise fast enough, dude. The X-Men franchise desperately needs to be rebooted, and I know they're working on it. I think they're saying Sadie Sink is going to be the new Jean Grey, etc. They're casting it now. They're saying that maybe, what's his name? Fuck, Adam Driver might be the new Magneto, but like this is the current average age of the X-Men, and it ain't good, man. And look, they're gonna release a trailer for this probably this week because Comic-Con is happening soon, and they're gonna be launching the tickets for at least premium formats for this movie. So I think once I see the big trailer, I might start feeling some hype for this. But like, goddamn, dude, as a huge comic book nerd, as someone who literally has a comic book business in Lebanon, who has a financial interest in these movies doing well because I sell comics, I feel like I'm not hyped. I don't feel it. I don't feel the hype. I hope that trailer fucking changes my mind. And I think it might. But like, holy shit, dude. Everybody's old as shit. You know? Everybody's old as shit in this. But yalla. Let's hope it's good. Okay. I gotta, let's we've been streaming for an hour. I gotta move on to a couple of the other topics. I just gotta open up the links. You guys know, we gotta do links here. Lindsey Graham, we're done with you, motherfucker. Fuck you, Lindsey. Okay. We have a Shia LaBeouf story. We're not gonna look at the Shia LaBeouf thing. Who gives a shit? I don't have no time. I ain't got no time, Shia. Let's talk about Andy Serkis. Let's stick to the movies real quick. Just opening up the links. It's Gimli. Okay, piece of shit. AI. Come on, motherfucker. Lucas and George Lucas. Okay. And then we'll get into Kannah. All right. Let's have a little bit of fun with this one. Marvel slop. Okay. Let's touch my laptop. See how, ooh, it's getting warm. It's getting hot. Getting hot. Their issue is they did Old Wolverine too soon. Yeah, they did, right? But that was a good movie. God, Logan was fucking fantastic. I'm turning 36. Ooh, Ava Lesko says, Shadi, indeed turning 37 this month. Let's go. I'm turning 36 at the end of September. I'm getting old, folks. Guys, I'm as old as these actors. I'm not trying to make anybody feel uncomfortable if they're a little, if anyone in chat is a little old, you know? But like for like a movie with like superheroes running around and like colorful costumes and beating each other up and they're trying to attract people to the movie theater and the superhero genre has been dying and they're like, what do we do to get young kids in the theater to watch comic book movies? They're not interested anymore. Gen Z likes, you know, Obsession and Backrooms and shit from Reddit and, you know, Zendaya. And like, you know, let's bring him in with the X-Men with an average age of 65 years old. It's like, who gives a shit, man? I'm going to be there. I'm a fucking nerd. I got nothing better to do. I'm a fucking loser. I'll watch this shit. But like people that are out watching Obsession, they're not going to run out and trip over themselves to watch old ass X-Men running around. Like, what? That's not going to happen. Geriatric Magneto and Professor X. Like, come on, man. Ugh. Okay. Let's... Ooh, Indy Hansen. Just became a member. Holy shit. Thank you so much, Indy. That's fucking awesome. Thank you so much. We got a brand new member, folks. Indy Hansen, welcome to the Do Not Warriors. Thank you so much for supporting the channel by becoming a member. That means a lot. Makes a big difference. Much love. Thank you, thank you. Okay. Moving on. Andy Serkis, who is the voice actor and the motion capture performer for Gollum. He is the greatest motion capture actor of all time. You know, he's the guy who, like, you know, he plays Caesar in the Planet of the Apes movies. The dude is revolutionary. He did King Kong for Peter Jackson's King Kong. Changed the game when it came to motion capture. And his performance as Gollum to this day is like, you can't compare anything to it. What a legendary performer, etc. He is now directing a prequel movie in the Lord of the Rings world called The Hunt for Gollum. Who asked for this movie? Absolutely no one. I don't know anyone who is genuinely interested in watching that movie or that story be told. Maybe we're like, okay, I mean, look, we like Middle Earth. We like the Tolkien universe. We like the Lord of the Rings. So we're like, hey, okay, look, I'll watch something in that universe. But like, Gollum, The Hunt for fucking Gollum. Who the fuck wants a whole movie about Gollum? I think what's nice about Gollum is that he's like, he works in spurts. He works in doses. You know what I mean? A whole fucking movie about Smeagol running around like, oh, my precious. Like, I don't want to fucking see that. No one fucking wants to see. They made a video game. They made a Gollum video game like 2 years ago. Biggest flop of all time. No one fucking bought the game. Horrible reviews. Who even if the game had amazing reviews, who wanted to play as Gollum the whole time? Like, that's just so stupid. It's so misguided to me. Okay, so I think this is kind of like a vanity project, right? Like, he loves playing the character. He wants to do it again. He's like, let's just make a whole fucking movie about it. It's like, I guess I'm not into it. Okay, I'll watch it. I'll be there. But who gives a shit? Okay, who gives a shit? Let's be real. A Gollum movie? No. And they're gonna make like 2 movies, or I think it might be more than 1 movie. And they had to recast Aragorn, like the whole thing. I'm not a fan. Okay. But anyways, the movie's happening. So. And they're currently casting, right? They just cast Anya Taylor-Joy as like some kind of elf in the movie. So he was having a conversation with the BBC, and they asked him about, you know, race and casting, etc. Here's what Andy Serkis had to say. Andy Serkis on the lack of diversity in the casting for The Hunt for Gollum. Tolkien himself was influenced by a lot of Norse mythology. There's a lot of that feeling. The Shire feels very, very much like a very white, you know? A very white what? They're not very concerned about what goes on beyond the borders of the Shire, but they know they don't want people coming in. Sounds fucking xenophobic, man. Shire, just all a bunch of white folk. They don't like outsiders coming in. Where you coming in from, boy? Look a little brown here. That's the Shire. We don't like your kind around here. That's what he's making them sound like, the fucking hobbits, man. Yes, there have been criticisms, he says, acknowledging arguments that are now almost a quarter of a century years old. This particular film is somewhat acknowledging that, but we don't think we will be doing a politically correct, just casting for the sake of casting and ticking boxes version of the film. So it's only where relevant, basically. So he's basically owning the fact that, like, listen, yeah, Lord of the Rings, when Tolkien wrote it, it was it was for whites. It's like white fantasy. So Tolkien wrote it in his mind. He was inspired by like old British and Irish folk tales. He's saying Norse mythology. I don't really think that's actually accurate. But he's basically saying, listen, Tolkien wrote it that way. He wanted there to be whites. We're going to honor his wishes. We're doing an all-white cast. We're not ticking any boxes to tick boxes. And look, I don't even know what the fuck to say about this thing, dude. Fucking pronoun. This is going to make the fucking pronouns guy happy. You know what I mean? That whole crew is going to be, I'm sure they're celebrating this. Like, oh, Andy Serkis is based. Andy Serkis, this is the anti-woke, anti-DEI film that we've been waiting for. This is what we fucking need, you know? Fucking current day. Fucking California shit. Fucking pronouns. Fucking DEI. This is kind of crazy to me. Right? And I don't know how I feel about this because, look, I don't want them to just have like black hobbits running around for the sake of having black hobbits. That does no one, that does a disservice. But also, like at this point, they are avoiding actors. Here's what this sounds like to me, right? Because they are discriminating. They're only looking for white actors. They're only looking for white actors. What if there's an actor that is perfect for a role? Perfect for a role, but they're like half Latino. They're half Mexican. Would play the perfect hobbit or a perfect elf. Not white enough. Not white enough. Right? Isn't that what that would sound like? Isn't that what that would sound like? Politics says Andy Serkis is going to remake Black Panther, but with an all white cast, right? And yeah, Poca says it's fantasy. Exactly. It's fucking fantasy, dude. It's fucking fantasy. These hobbits aren't real, Andy Serkis. Elves aren't real. Dwarves aren't real. Orcs, Urukai, not real. Oliphaunts, not real. Ring wraiths, not real. The Dunedain, not real. None of these fucking people are real. So I think what he's looking at is the backlash that the Amazon Prime series got because they had like a black elf. Remember, everyone freaked out over the black elf and the black dwarf. There's a black dwarf? What the fuck? Woke DEI. Black elf, woke DEI. So he's like, listen, I'm staying true to Papa Tolkien's true words. All white, all white. Now, if he's going to address it like he says here, like we're going to acknowledge that. Like, so if they're going to address that they're racist, like if they're going to make, if the point of the Shire is that, look, these are closed-minded, racist folk, then it might be okay. Then it might be okay because it is an actual reflection of what Tolkien kind of wrote. So if he does go with an all-white cast, for the Shire at least, you know what I'm saying? But if there's an acknowledgement that, like, hey, we don't want outsiders, we're kind of racist here. We are racist pieces of shit. And if they have like a scene where a non-white person tries to enter the Shire to hang out with the hobbits, and they're like, where are you from? We don't like your kind here. Then I'll be like, okay, at least you're acknowledging it. But I don't think they're going to fucking do that because they worship Tolkien. They worship his works. They're not going to fucking say anything bad about Tolkien, right? Hyde Corvus says, I did not read the books, but if anyone did, did Tolkien specify? I haven't read the books. I started listening to part 1 to the Fellowship of the Ring audiobook read by Andy fucking Serkis. This fucking asshole. So he's narrating it, but I don't remember if they specified if everyone's white. I'm sure someone will find a passage where they said they had pale skin and blonde hair. So I'm sure somewhere it might be, but that's irrelevant. I think that's irrelevant. Like, for example, the Amazon show fucking sucks, but the least of its problem was the casting. The lady who plays the Black Dwarf was incredible. She's great. She's a great performer. There's a dude playing a Black Elf. Honestly, one of the better characters of that show. His story arc was kind of shitty, and the characters he was interacting with were kind of shitty. But made no fucking difference to the show. The show was bad because of the writing. The writing was garbage. The story they were telling in the Amazon prequel series was garbage. It had nothing to do with the actors or their race or the color of their skin. He's making it out like we don't want to just tick boxes. We don't want to be politically correct and just cast for the sake of casting. Motherfucker, no one's telling you to cast for the sake of casting. We're telling you cast based on the characters that you're looking for. If you have a certain character that needs to be a certain way, get the best actor for the job. Okay, that's what I love about Christopher Nolan. That's what he did with the Odyssey, right? For Helen of Troy. I'm sure he didn't he didn't decide that he wanted a black person to play that role. He's like, who's the best person for the role that I have in mind? Who is the best actor that is going to give me the performance that I need? Who's going to represent the character that I wrote on this page? Okay, who's going to bring that character to life? And he cast Lupita Nyong'o because to him, she matched what he had envisioned for that character. It's not about being white. It's about being the correct actor and performer for the role, embodying the spirit of the character. All right? But again, if he's serious about them acknowledging it, then yeah, make them look racist. And by the way, you do get the vibe that they're racist. In like the Fellowship of the Ring, when the hobbits are like acting silly, there's like this old kind of like chunky hobbit who's like always looking pissed. They always looked racist to me. Hobbits always looked fucking racist to me, 100%. But like even when you go to Gondor, the cities of, forget the hobbits, city of men. There's not a single black person in the whole Lord of the Rings, by the way. Not a single black person. The only black actors that were in that movie were playing the orcs and the Uruk-hai under tons of fucking makeup. There's not a single black person in that whole fucking franchise. Can you fucking believe that? And now he wants to fucking like continue that and embrace that. Like, dude, I'm sorry. There are millions of Lord of the Rings fans from all different backgrounds from around the world. It's okay to change it up. It's fucking fantasy. It's not a real story, man. So I just found that kind of disappointing coming from Andy Serkis. And the way he said it, too, him saying, we don't think we will be doing a politically correct, just casting for the sake of casting and ticking boxes version of the film. Because he's insinuating that all these other actors that were cast in fantasy projects were cast because the producers were ticking boxes. He's taking away their achievement of these roles. He's basically saying any black person or any minority that is cast in one of these movies, they're just being cast because the producers or the directors are trying to be politically correct and they're trying to tick these boxes. He's taking away their achievement of landing these fucking roles, like the gentleman who's playing the elf, the black elf in the Amazon series. You're basically telling him you only got that role because Amazon is trying to tick boxes and trying to be politically correct, robbing him of his achievement, which I find to be very fucked up. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Yeah, Ava Lesko says he's blaming DEI. He's basically using Republican talking points. This is exactly DEI bullshit. And it's just kind of insane coming from an artist like Andy Serkis, who should know better. He should know better, you know? So it's very disappointing to see, in my opinion, my humble opinion. But even worse, something that like I was not aware of at all was apparently the actor who played Gimli is like a fucking mega racist. The actor who plays Gimli is like 100 times worse than this shit, dude. Look at this. Look at this. So if we go to this article, so someone shared this. So that's the full article. No. Here we go. So this is from The Guardian. This was years ago, okay? Fuck off, Guardian. I'm not paying you. This article is more than 22 years old, by the way. So this is fucking old, okay? Ring star sparks rumpus over race. The stars of the Lord of the Rings films have been feted on red carpets around the world and are now tipped for Oscar's glory. One of their number, however, finds himself a hero to a less desirable audience, the far-right British National Party. John Rhys-Davies, who plays warrior dwarf Gimli. I love Gimli. Who doesn't love Gimli, right? You got the iconic trio, Gimli, Legolas, and Aragorn. Gimli and Legolas is fucking funny, witty, back and forth. Who doesn't love Gimli? I have the Lord of the Rings Rivendell set. I love my little Gimli minifig. Perfect, right? I was not aware of this I was not aware of this fucking shit. Listen to this. John Rhys-Davies, who plays warrior dwarf Gimli in the blockbuster trilogy, has been spearheading a BNP campaign without his knowledge, following an interview in which he claimed Western civilization was under threat because white Europeans produce fewer babies than Muslims. I wish I never read this fucking article. I don't want to hate Gimli. I don't want to hate the Lord of the Rings, okay? I am in no mood to now turn around and hate the Lord of the Rings. I've always been aware of the like racist undertones. I've always been aware that it's been about like Western society overcoming the East and killing the Eastern men. When you know in The Return of the King, all the men of the East are like fucking brown people and shit like that, like barbarians and shit. I know. I've always known how the Lord of the Rings represents Western men and Western values versus the Eastern evils and shit like that. I was like, fuck it. It's cool. The battle scenes are cool. I like the lore. Fuck it, okay? I'm an Arab at the end of the day. We're used to crumbs. We're used to getting crumbs and having to like it. So I was like, you know what? Fuck it. But reading this. So, the actor said Europe faced a demographic catastrophe in the next 20 to 30 years when indigenous populations are outnumbered by Islamic immigrants. His remarks have been seized on by the BNP, which has distributed a leaflet that hijacks J.R.R. Tolkien's The Lord of the Rings, recently voted the nation's favorite book as a parable for the great real-life battle to save the West. Only weeks after Robert Kilroy's Silk was dropped by the BBC for attacking Arabs in a newspaper column, Rhys-Davies last night stood by his remarks, demanding, "Are we willing to be part of a Muslim-controlled Europe?" But disassociated himself from the BNP, the British National Party. The Welsh actor, who also appeared in the Indiana Jones films and the Bond movie The Living Daylights, made his original comments in an interview with American journalists at the time of the latest film's premiere. "There's a demographic catastrophe happening in Europe that nobody wants to talk about, that we daren't bring up because we are so cagey about not offending people racially," he said. By 2020, again, this was 22 years ago, by 2020, 50% of the children in Holland under the age of 18 will be of Muslim descent. Western Europeans are not having any babies. The population of Germany at the end of the century is going to be 56% of what it is now. The population of France, 52% of what it is now. There is a change happening in the very complexion of Western civilization in Europe that we should think about, at least, and argue about. If it just means the replacement of one genetic stock with another genetic stock, that does not matter too much. But if it involves the replacement of Western civilization by a different civilization with different cultural values, then it is something we really ought to discuss, because, God damn it, I am for dead white male culture. In a later interview, Rhys Davies added, I do not want to see a society where, should I ever have any, my granddaughters have their fingernails pulled out because they are wearing nail varnish. Do not brand me a racist, because I am certainly not. But I will stand by this. But I will stand by this. Western Christianized Europe has values and experiences worth defending. His views were rapidly appropriated by the BNP. Of course, racist fucking jumped on that shit. They loved it. So his views were rapidly appropriated by the BNP for a leaflet downloaded and distributed via its website. It quotes Rhys Davies beside a picture of him as Gimli and urges, whether you think of yourself as a rider of Rohan, as an elf, or a simple, fun-loving hobbit, the dark days that Tolkien foresaw are almost upon us, and your duty is clear. Join the British National Party and our great real-life battle to save the West. Bro, this is fucking crazy, man. This is fucking crazy, dude. I wish I didn't fucking read this. I fucking hate Gimli now. You little fucking dwarf. You piece of shit racist dwarf. God damn, man. Fingernails torn off because they have nail varnish? Have you seen Arabs and their fingernails and how like... Okay, this was old. He's geriatric now, so... Speaking from Los Angeles yesterday, Rhys Davies shrugged off the row and stuck to his guns. There is a radical plunge in indigenous populations unequaled since the Black Death. The baby boomers are aging and the families are not producing enough children. The immigrant population, being younger and committed to family life, are having a higher proportion of babies. If we project these lines into the future, we're talking about a Europe that will be predominantly Muslim in the next 2 to 3 decades. He continued, You can only welcome it if you're a fundamentalist Muslim. Not even if you're a moderate Muslim. I have a lot of respect for aspects of Islam. Ooh, for aspects of Islam. Ooh, very nice. Ooh. Which aspects do you not like? Jonathan Rhys Davies? Motherfucker. God, I wish I didn't scroll down under this fucking tweet to see this article. But I had to click it. I had to read it. Then I'm like, these motherfuckers need to hear it too. I was like, the Do Not Warriors need to hear this too. And if I'm going to get my heart crushed, you're going to get your hearts crushed with me. He continued, I have a lot of respect for Islam, but I would not... I have a lot of respect for aspects of Islam, but I would not choose to live in a theoretically organized Muslim society. Inayat Bungalawala of the Muslim Council of Britain said, John Rhys Davies' remarks are distressing because what's needed is not further polarization between people. It's almost a mirror image of remarks by extremists in our community who can only see evil in the West. It can only be seen as trying to incite people against the Muslim community. Muslims have come to love this country as much as anyone else. They are proud to be British. Mr. Rhys Davies has done Muslims a disservice by portraying them as invading barbarian hordes. His status as a star of the Lord of the Rings will give him credibility, and it's a shame that the BNP have been so quick off the mark to exploit his remarks. He might not be a racist, but his comments will be used by racists. I'm sorry, he sounds like a fucking racist. I'm sorry, dude. Him thinking that if a woman has her nails painted, that the Muslim world is going to rip off her nails, sounds kind of fucking insane to me. Chris Myant, director of the Commission for Racial Equality in Wales, said, This way of talking is reminiscent of Enoch Powell, whose words give a veneer of seeming respectability to racist and hateful ideas. Exactly. Ian Collier of the Tolkien Society said, The Tolkien Society does not in any way condone the use of his works to support messages of racial hate, just as Tolkien himself objected strongly to the Nazis. We are saddened to see this kind of misrepresentation. Bam. Isn't that crazy? So, I don't know. Something is amiss in the world of Tolkien right now. And I don't feel too keen to jump back into that world. You know, listening to Andy Serkis and how he fucking talks about it. And to make things worse. Someone asked Andy Serkis about artificial intelligence. By the way, I ordered a very nice t-shirt that I saw. What's her name? Ayo Edebayo wearing. Says, don't talk to me about AI or I will kill myself. I got myself one of those t-shirts, folks. I had to. Hopefully it gets here on time before I leave. Here's what Andy Serkis had to say about artificial intelligence. Andy Serkis says, AI is a creative tool and can be valuable as long as it's not exploitative and as long as it's not harming anybody or defaming anyone or telling mistruths. If you're looking for reference material, say in the old days you get reference images for something. Well, now you can prompt something and get a result. And I don't have any problem with that. When it becomes exploitative and people are not remunerated for that work that they've done, or it's used in nefarious or mean-spirited or pornographic ways, then of course, that's terrible. And we've only brought it upon ourselves. I've said this before and I mean it. We are the parents of AI, and we have to be good parents and teach AI well. And if we teach AI well, then it can help us across many industries. This is the dumbest fucking shit I've ever heard. First of all, you stupid motherfucker. Okay? When you prompt an image and you get a result, that is directly exploitative from every single artist, every single human being that created anything that these fucking AI systems were trained on without our consent. The only reason you could prompt it to create an image is because it stole everything. Everything that AI knows is built upon stolen human creativity and ingenuity and art that we have made ourselves, that is being repurposed, regurgitated over and over again. So he thinks, well, if you're just prompting an image, it's harmless. No, it's not fucking harmless. When you prompt a fucking image, what is it based on? It's based on the work that you fucking did as well in the Lord of the Rings. Everything you've worked on, every motion capture performance that you have given has now been fed into some kind of AI system and it spits it back out. Boom, boom, boom. What do you think AI is? The whole thing is exploitative. The whole concept of AI is exploitation. Now, if AI was created out of just like you, like if the companies that created these AI models had bankrolled or had funded very specific art, movies, art, just for the sole purpose of feeding it into the AI system, I'll tell you, that's not exploitative. You hired an artist, you paid that artist, hey, make some art. I'm going to use that art to train an AI model, okay? At that point, it's not exploitative. If that's the only stuff that the AI model is trained on, but it's not. Everybody knows that. AI is trained on everything, the breadth of human knowledge and existence and culture, everything we've ever fucking done, that is what is being shoved into these fucking models, and that's how they're spitting out these fucking images, these songs, art, whatever the fuck. So it's already exploitative. It doesn't need to be pornography to be exploitative. It's like, oh, if it's porn, then it's bad, but everything else is fine. No, it's not fine, man. It's not fine. Like that's what I find so fucking crazy, you know? It's just pissing me off. Well, now you can prompt something and get a result, and I don't have a problem with it. When it becomes exploitative and people are not, no one's remunerated for it. No one's ever been paid for anything that AI has done. What do you mean if people are not, they're not remunerated for it. They are not. Or used in, it's already been used in all of these fucking ways, dude. Pornographic ways, of course, everything, dude. We are the parents of AI. I hate it. I hate it when these rich, white motherfuckers, these rich white artists that have already built their career, they've already made their millions of dollars, and they now all want to embrace AI, making it impossible for anyone else to get ahead in the industry, making it impossible for anyone else to create without having their shit fucking stolen. Dude, I hope this fucking Gollum movie fucking flops. I'm sorry. I hope this fucking Gollum movie fucking flops. I'm there, man. I'm still gonna love. Nothing's gonna change my view of the original Lord of the Rings trilogy. I love those movies, and I will love them forever. Wrong or right, I don't care. Fuck the Hobbit trilogy. Those movies fucking suck. And I'm sorry, dude. I am not pro The Hunt for Gollum. Fuck The Hunt for Gollum. And dare I say, god damn it, dude, I fucking used to love Andy Serkis, but I'm losing my respect for Andy Serkis bigly. Bigly. I fucking hate it. And I'm not gonna and I don't like this. I don't like where this is going. Also, you want to make it worse? George fucking Lucas says AI makes it much easier for us to make movies, and there's nothing you can do about it. That's progress. It's the future. Artificial intelligence means it's much easier for us to make movies. It's very much like sitting here saying, well, I believe the horse and buggy is really where it's at. These cars, they break down. They need gas. There's all kinds of problems with them, and pretty soon they'll be making them into tanks, and then they'll be killing people. It's terrible. There's nothing you could do about it. That's progress. It's the future. Again, my guy, the buggy, comparing the buggy to a car, the car wasn't built by feeding art and creativity and copyrighted work and work that people worked their fucking asses off to create into a model that then spits it out into a car. That was genuine ingenuity. That was a technological advancement that was based on engineering, not stealing. AI only exists because of theft. Generative AI is basically theft. It has become legalized theft of culture and art. That is the problem. This is the problem. They keep talking about it as if it's like, well, when the TV was created, no one was complaining. When movie theaters came, no one complained. It's not the same thing. It's not like going from a buggy to a car. It's not like going from arrows to guns and pistols. It's not like going from like old soccer balls to new soccer balls. It is completely different. It has nothing to do with that. The comparison doesn't make sense. The comparison does not make sense. Mustafa, thank you. Thank you. By the way, all of our members, again, we love our members. We got Crystal in chat. We got Ava Lesko, Rami Winter, Mustafa, Slop Loma, Zaytoon Zero. Thank you guys so much for being members and supporting the channel. Means a fuckload. Haley sends another $5 donut. Thank you so much, Haley. And says, hey, fucko, George Lucas, we don't need AI to watch movies, though ya sharmut. Exactly. Or to make them. But they're making it seem inevitable. It's the same shit that Reese Witherspoon is saying. Use it or be left behind. Use it or be left behind. Use it or be left behind. You motherfuckers. AI is theft. The only reason AI can do what it does is because it has stolen every single thing we have ever fucking done. And now it spits out a generic version of that fucking thing. And now it is being used to replace us. It stole our work without paying us, without consent. And now it is being used to replace us so that we stop ever getting fucking paid for anything. And these fuckers, the old guard, are defending it. Well, we can't stop it now. It's too advanced, too late. Just fucking embrace it and go along. No, we have to fucking resist. We have to fucking resist. And the irony of the fucking guy who made a movie about a small resistance force that went against a fucking evil empire, telling us, well, you can't do anything about it now. Just give up. It's the future. What do you mean? Did you tell that to fucking Luke Skywalker? Well, the empire is too big. You can't stop it now, so might as well join the empire. What the fuck? That's literally what he's saying. That is literally what he's saying. Well, you can't stop it. It's too big. It's too far. Just join the empire. Fuck resistance. Join the empire. That is exactly what he's fucking saying, dude. And I love This We Do. Same man who wrote this, by the way. This is Yoda in The Empire Strikes Back. Luke, is the dark side stronger? Yoda says, no. Quicker. Easier, more seductive. Beautiful. Well, what a line. This motherfucker wrote this, man. Is the dark side stronger? No. Quicker, easier, more seductive. That is artificial intelligence right there. It's quicker, it's easier, it's more seductive, but it's not stronger. It's not the right way. And here you have these fucking people who have lost sight of what is important. They've lost sight of what they even wrote when they were younger, when they were hungry creators and creatives and artists. And George Lucas hasn't been a true artist in a long fucking time. Let's not kid ourselves. George Lucas became way more interested in technology after he made the original trilogy. You guys saw the prequels. He was more interested in green screen and visual effects and CGI. He did not give a shit about story anymore, about like actual like human-made art. Everything became fucking programming on a computer. So George Lucas did embrace technology a long fucking time ago. A long time ago. And he ceased becoming an artist, you know? At least in my opinion. But to juxtapose the two, to compare the two, well, you just have to give up. Just embrace AI. There's nothing you can do about it. When like just, you know, a few decades ago, it's like, well, no, it's the... No. Quicker, easier, more seductive it is. It's crazy. Crystal says, I'm always surprised by how good your impressions are. Well, the Yoda one is one I've been doing for a long time. The Yoda impression, that is something that I've had a lot of time to practice. Well, how was it? Fear leads to anger. Anger leads to hate. Hate leads to suffering. Begun the Clone War has. Okay. Anyways. Just crazy and disappointing. It's disappointing to see people that I, again, looked up to, admired for their fucking art. I admired them for their art. I remember watching when Demi and I rewatched The Lord of the Rings. I made her watch some behind the scenes footage of Andy Serkis doing Gollum, and I showed her some behind the scenes footage of his work on Planet of the Apes and Rise of the Planet of the Apes, the side by side of like him in the motion capture suit acting like a fucking ape. And then on the left, there's like the final VFX version. And I was like, look at this fucking artist. Look at, I used to have a book that Andy Serkis wrote called Gollum, How We Made Movie Magic. And it was a whole book about him and talking about the process of creating Gollum. Like, I used to admire this guy, again, because of his fucking art and his work. So to see these people spit on human-made art and embrace artificial intelligence and just sell it as like, well, it's just convenient. It's just a tool. Don't worry. It's not going to replace you guys. Motherfucker, you're already multi-millionaires. George Lucas has hundreds of millions of fucking dollars. He just opened a massive fucking museum. Like, motherfucker, this is not going to affect you. AI is not going to affect you. You've already made your tons of fucking cash. It's going to affect us. We're the ones who don't stand a fucking chance against this. We're the ones who are fucking stuck in the past now, man. Horrible. It's very disappointing. Very disappointing. Okay. And speaking of disappointing, listen, we're gonna talk about Khana a little bit, okay? I'm gonna be very honest with you guys. I don't know shit about Khana, and I don't even think I've ever mentioned Khana on my stream. He's one of these progressive Democrats who's like constantly talking about, well, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. I don't think I've ever mentioned him, and please correct me if I'm wrong, if I've ever mentioned him on the show. He always seemed sauceless to me. He always seemed like someone that had no fucking sauce, no fucking juice, zero charisma, and he felt kind of fucking useless to me. He felt like someone who was just hopping on, using progressive ideas, using progressive talking points, but who never really fought for them. I don't know, man. To me, the guy seems like a fucking useless, like, coward type person. Okay, I don't like him. And I know he stands for a lot of the right things and whatever. But like, to me, there's something about Khana that never got me excited to like back him up on the show. Like, yeah, fuck yeah, let's go, Khana. Nothing. I know some people love him. To me, he seems kind of useless. Okay, boring. And right now, and he just went to Palestine apparently. Right, he went to the West Bank. He was stopped by the Israelis, and I'm supposed to be impressed by that, right? I'm supposed to be like, oh, he's legit now. He went to the West Bank, huh? I mean, cool, good for you. It's always nice for someone to go see what the people of Palestine are going through, and to just give them a voice, give the voiceless a voice. I'm not gonna hate on him for that, right? But to me, he's always seemed kind of like a wet blanket. Okay, it's not someone I've ever supported vocally on the show, and after this, I don't think he's ever gonna get my support, to be honest with you guys. So he just went to the West Bank, got detained, got like questioned by the IDF, got harassed by them. Then he's asked by Hassan and by Dropset, like, okay, do you think we should do an embargo? Do you think we should do that? Motherfuckers are like, well, no, we shouldn't completely do an embargo. It's like, what the fuck? What the fuck? It just makes me feel good for like not going out to bat for someone like that. Again, he might be a perfectly nice guy. It just seems like a fucking useless coward and a wet blanket with no charisma, with no actual pull. You know, like, does anyone listen to this fucking guy? Let's listen to him. So Hassan asks if he is for or against an embargo against Israel. Kannah says, let's listen.
Yeah. So I want to get a little bit of clarity here, because you brought up the.
So this is after he was detained by the IDF, by the way, which is what makes this all crazy. This is after the guy was detained.
Yeah. So I want to get a little bit of clarity here, because you brought up the idea of being comfortable with sanctions, especially sanctions on any institution, financial or otherwise, that's touching the West Bank. But are you comfortable with like targeted sanctions of that sort? I want to get like full clarity on it. And also, are you comfortable with advancing a demand for an arms embargo? Or is that too pie in the sky for you?
Well, I would say I'm comfortable with sanctions on government officials and sanctions on anyone, any of the financial institutions, and certainly sanctions which are involved in the occupation in the West Bank. And I would look at the construction of the finance, the government officials that are involved there. And of course, if there are people to be held.
Haley says he did push for the Epstein files to be released. That's cool. I'm sure he's done some positive things. We got Noah opinion. No opinion. That's funny. No opinion. Says, I like his politics and stance. I respect that. And please educate me. Like, please let me, if you guys are fans of Khana, let me know in chat what he's done, what makes you like him, what makes you respect him, what makes you think he's a good fighter for the left, etc. It's just a vibes thing for me. It's like a gut feeling. You know what I mean? It's just like a gut feeling. Like for example, I like I'm forgetting their names. Give me a second. The Squad. I like the Squad, for example. You know,
criminally accountable
but
beyond
even though I think they don't do enough. But
and sanctioned based on what happened in Gaza. That needs to happen once that goes through the ICJ and ICC. On the way I frame it, similar to Sanders and others, is no military sales under our Leahy law.
yes, so I like Ilhan Omar. So yeah, so I think Ilhan Omar is a badass, and I think Rashida Tlaib is a badass. Ilhan Omar, Rashida, badasses. AOC, very disappointed with her, as a lot of you are. But Ilhan Omar and Rashida Tlaib are the ones that I feel like are actually put their money where their mouth is. I think those two are badass ladies. Please correct me if I'm wrong. Are Rashida Tlaib and Ilhan Omar as sort of G'd up as I think they are?
And they to happen once that goes through the ICJ and ICC. On the way I frame it, similar to Sanders and others, is no military sales under our Leahy law. And the arms embargo in candor would go further. It would that would mean I suppose, as you would define it, that you would stop Israel even from getting defensive weapons, even not from us, but if they just want to get Iron Dome or things that.
Iron Dome is not a defensive weapon. Iron Dome is very much an offensive weapon because they launch offenses knowing that they have the security of the Iron Dome to protect them. So the Iron Dome as like this defensive weapon, it's all just for the Iron Dome. That is not what it is. The Iron Dome provides them cover to do whatever the fuck they want with almost no consequence. The Iron Dome is basically a blank check for Israel to bomb wherever the fuck they want, and they have the peace of mind knowing that the Iron Dome is going to protect them from justifiable defenses. The Iron Dome, most of the time, is being used to defend Israel from people legally defending their land, from Iran legally defending their land after they've been attacked, from Hezbollah legally defending their land after they've been attacked by the Israelis. That's how the Iron Dome is fucking used. So pretending that the Iron Dome is some kind of defense weapon system, shut the fuck up, you fucking wet blanket.
To me is probably too far. I mean, I'm all for defending and saving human life. So I have framed it the way Sanders or others have: no military sales in terms of things that could kill civilians, which is where.
But you would not be in favor of a similar ease of access to defensive weapons for the Palestinians, right? As far as like if Palestinians were to get arms
I think a
from
Palestinian state. No, I mean, I think if a Palestinian state wanted to have Iron Dome, I don't think that that's a problem.
Okay.
Why would that be a problem?
All right.
I don't like these fuckers. Anna, to me, you got to go very far. You got to be fucking far. You know what I mean? Okay, let's see. So this interview has been getting a lot of praise. Okay, this interview. Now, unfortunately, folks, we got Ryan fucking Grimm in the top left corner. What can we do about it? Nothing. You guys know my stance on Ryan Grimm ever since the Graham Plattner situation, ever since the disgusting comments he made about the glute massage, justifying, essentially, victim shaming Plattner's accuser, essentially being like, well, you wore a short dress. Well, you invited him over for a glute massage. What did you expect was going to happen? He didn't say that per se, but that was the fucking insinuation. That is how a lot of his audience interpreted it. So Ryan Grimm, just genuinely just seeing his face pisses me off right now. But we're going, let me see if I can hide him. Can I? They're not letting me fucking, let me see. Can I move? Come on, it worked last time. I was able to move it last time. Cancel. Please let me. I can't move, okay? We're going to have to see Ryan Grimm's fucking face, okay? I can't even move this to the left. What is going on? Why can't I? Why do birds suddenly appear every time you are near? Just like... We can minimize it, though. That way we can see Maisa Mustafa's face, because we can't see everyone's face here, right? So how can I make this a little bit smaller, can I? They long to be close to you.
Give me another example where you say it's okay to give me another example where you say it's okay to continue any level of support for an openly genocidal society that has mass murdered 80,000 people, more than 300 media workers, has invaded Lebanon, has bombed Iran.
Sorry. They're not letting me move at all, so we're gonna have to do this. There's no choice. There's no choice. Sorry, guys. I can't even make myself smaller. Can I even make myself smaller? Let me see. Sorry, guys. If I focus on it too much, I'm going to smash my laptop to bits. So let's just forget about it.
And you're saying, oh, but we need to protect civilians. This isn't about protecting civilians. The greatest threat to their civilians is their policy. And so I don't understand why you have even one qualified shred of support.
Look at his face, dude. He's got such a stupid looking face. Who? What?
For a sniper.
He looks like the Gripper Cup. Oh my God, dude. He looks like the Gripper Cup. His nose looks like this. Look at that. This is Khana right now. What? What do you mean?
Mass murderer masquerading as the only democracy in the Middle East.
Well, but I'm not saying that the United States should be supporting the funding for Iron Dome, just so we we're clear. I'm saying that we shouldn't be restricting Israel from being able to get the Iron Dome or be able to develop the Iron Dome technology. Well,
I stop there. Everything else you're saying makes so much sense. Why do you stop there? It feels to me like you're trying to have it both ways on this issue. So you can say, well, I actually support, defending the Israeli civilians. You're not defending Israeli civilians with that policy. You're defending the sniper's ability to keep killing because it won't face the ultimate accountability, which is a total embargo on all support for an.
Props for Scahill. Props to Jeremy Scahill. Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go, dude. Fuck Ryan Grimm. Why the fuck are you even there? Does he open his mouth this whole fucking interview, or does he just look stupid like this the whole fucking interview? Does he just sit there looking like this the entire time? I wish anyone else had done this fucking interview, but I'm gonna give Jeremy Scahill at least his props for running this interview. And he's still a part of Drop Site, right? So, but like, I know.
Apartheid state. October 7th, did Palestinians have a right to attack Israeli military bases in the Gaza envelope? Yes or no?
I mean, I think October 7th attack was a terrorist attack, so I don't
Was it a terrorist attack when the first targets that were hit on the morning of October 7th were multiple military bases? Did Palestinian forces have a right to attack those military bases?
If Israel has a right to defend itself after October the 7th, then every single Palestinian has a right to defend themselves for every single thing Israel has done to them prior to October the 7th. Palestinians have a right to attack Israel in defense of what they did to them on October the 5th, the 6th, the 4th, 3rd, 2nd, August, September, any single day before October the 7th, 2023. Palestinians have a right to defend themselves against Israelis. For some reason, why aren't you sending them an Iron Dome? You dumb motherfucker.
I am not for violence again in any way. I mean, I am for making sure that we end the occupation. Do they have a
right to do it, Congressman? Do they have a right to attack Israeli soldiers?
No, I'm not going to say that Hamas had a right to attack Israeli soldiers or kill Israelis. Like I don't think that advances peace or advances.
Cowards. Cowards, 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 cowards. This man is a coward. This man is a useless fucking coward. Useless fucking coward. You're no use to us if this is the narrative that you're gonna keep pushing. No use to the Palestinian people. Your fucking visit to the West Bank is fucking useless if you're gonna fucking come back and say stupid fucking shit like this. And his visit to the West Bank is most likely just a PR stunt. I'm sorry. Him going to the West Bank is 100% a PR stunt to try to gain some credibility with the pro-Palestine audience. But I'm glad that they're putting his feet to the fire. Like, okay, you went there, props. But what do you actually believe? Okay, you're willing to go walk around in the West Bank and put yourself in danger? Great. Do you actually think Palestinians have a right to defend themselves? Do Palestinians have a right to defend themselves violently if need be? What say you, Gripper?
Palestinian statehood.
Does Israel have a right to drop a single bomb in Gaza in response to October 7th?
I believe Israel had the right to get people who killed the civilians, but not in the way they went about it, which I've said is genocide.
But the Palestinians don't have a right to attack the very military bases that are running the killing operations on October 6th, 2023, or October 5th, 2023.
Perfect question.
It's a double standard. You're afraid of being called
perfect question. Took it right out of my mouth.
Pro-Hamas. That's what this boils down to. Because I bet if we were talking off the record privately, and I said this to you, you would acknowledge that people around the world have a right to resistance by all means necessary. If the
I've always
Palestinians are
been
under
for
an illegal
peaceful
occupation,
resistance.
and you're saying that there is no condition under which
Peaceful. Okay, what if peaceful resistance doesn't work? What do we do then? Lay down and fucking die? Just lay down on the ground and just kill us. Take the land. Take the South. Take southern Lebanon. Take it. You want to occupy 20% of our land? Just take it. It's yours. What do we do? What do we do when peaceful resistance doesn't work? What do we do when peace doesn't work? When peace negotiations don't work? When fucking peace deals don't work? When ceasefire deals don't even fucking work with the Israelis? They can't even respect the fucking ceasefire. How many violations did Israel do in 15 months in Lebanon? Say it with me, folks. 15,000 ceasefire violations in a 15-month period. The number sounds absurdly fake. It sounds so stupid that it seems fake when someone says it.
which a Palestinian has a right to kill soldiers who are posted at military bases, enforcing by murder and forced starvation and deprivation an illegal occupation of Gaza. That's what doesn't make sense to me. I don't see how you reconcile those two positions.
Because I think that the armed resistance is only going to.
Oh, this is the short one. I have a longer version. Shit.
Representative Kannah, I want to say, like, I think objectively, a lot of people who have been
We're going to switch to this longer one. This is 14 minutes.
deeply concerned about the apartheid state of Israel, the genocide in Gaza, find it refreshing to hear a member of Congress speak in this way, and the fact that you also have used this opportunity to try to highlight specific cases of Palestinians. I want to ask you, though, what you think the consequences for Israel should be, not just of these actions, but also for the mass murder of documented roughly 80,000 people. It's probably much higher than that in Gaza, a significant portion of whom are children. I've heard you talk about sanctioning individuals. I've heard the framing that you and Bernie Sanders offer about offensive weapons or weapons that kill civilians, but I've also heard your defense of Iron Dome. And I want to push you on this because I think a lot of the critique of you from pro-Palestine people and from Palestinians is that the position you're advocating basically amounts to, we need to make sure that the sniper is protected so that he can continue sniping.
Well, if we look, I appreciate the question, and I will answer it specifically. But if you look at all the things I've called for, I've said zero aid to Israel and supporting the Massey Amendment that does that. That's going to be a big vote coming up this week. I've said no military sales to Israel that are used to kill civilians. I've said no military integration and led the fight to repeal Section 224 and 219, which is Netanyahu's end run, where they would just co-produce the military. I've said we should call it apartheid and recognize the.
By the way, quick heads up. I know there's the World Cup semifinal in 34 minutes. I might be streaming like 20 or 30 minutes into that. Argentina is playing against England. It's going to be a fucking badass game. So once I'm done with the stream, I'm going to jump off. I don't know how much longer, but the stream is going to sort of play in parallel with the World Cup semifinal for a little bit. I do apologize. I wanted to start earlier. It takes me a while to prep here. Okay, so I'm sorry. I can never start on time. Genocide.
So these are on a scale of 1 to 10. You know, it's like going from 1 to 7 or 8. And the debate is, okay, 9 or 10. Do I an arms embargo completely, which I have not supported, would say Israel can't even get or produce from anyone defensive the Iron Dome. And I guess my view is, you know, anyone should be able to protect civilian life, but that's not America supporting it. I do think, though, that there is something that the next administration could do within the first 100 days. Instead of just saying, okay, we're going to talk abstractly about this long peace process, demand the arrest of Yonah Levy and extremist settlers within 100 days. Demand the destruction of every outpost within 100 days. Demand the destruction of illegal settlements within 100 days. Demand a justice for Palestinians and Palestinian people so that they stop getting terrorized within 100 days. That doesn't have to be some dialogue. That needs to be a directive from the American administration saying Israel must do this. And we need to be taking steps as we get towards a broader peace in that direction. I think that's one of the things that came out of this trip, the immediacy of the suffering of Palestinians.
I still don't think this is answering the question. I mean, tell me where I'm wrong here. What you're advocating for, we are talking about not just Netanyahu. You know, Sanders always says Netanyahu and his extremist right-wing government. But if you look at public opinion polling, there is widespread support for open genocidal policies. In fact, Netanyahu is often criticized by his political opponents for not having finished the job in Gaza or in Lebanon or elsewhere. And I want to know why it is that you are.
Yo, Fart Twain is a $5 dono and says AB is about to get laid off and he's too stupid to realize it. He's bragging about all of his tasks being given to Guam. Dog, it's a classic restructuring. Holy shit, really? I have no idea what AB's been up to on his fucking live streams. God, that is an ugly ass new set that they have, huh? Holy shit, does that thing look fucking ugly, man. We have a little bit of Ethan Klein updates at the end, so that's gonna be fun. Fartrain, thank you for that's such a funny heads up. I don't think they would fire AB. I don't know why. It would look pretty bad, I think, for them to fire their like only Muslim employee, and like he moved all the way to LA just to work with Ethan. So I think AB will be there forever, and I think Ethan knows that like AB burnt every single bridge that he has. So if he's not working for H3, he's fucked, right? So I would think maybe AB's safe, but that's a very solid theory right there, Fartwin. And if it does happen, like I said, AB, we're going to co-host a Frenemies show together. I'll give you a job, AB. You can come work for Daddy.
Stopping on this, because so much of what you're saying, it's one of the clearest recognitions of the issue that you could hear from an American politician. And yet...
Because AB does like try to criticize Israel every now and then, right, on his like independent stream. He's got no motion, dude. I don't think he can get fired, dude. They know he can't do anything if he doesn't have H3. He's done. His career is done. All he has. So, oh, it's official. Anthony Graham is doing AB's job. So what is he doing? I'm telling you, AB, you are invited to host Frenemies with me. If Papa Ethan can't pay you anymore, I will find a way to get you a living wage, AB. Okay? Your Lebanese brother will always, from afar, you know, I still have your back, man. Not really, but you know what I mean. If you're unemployed, send a resume, Abdullah. I don't think I can pay you enough to continue the plastic surgery, but I mean, you know, or even pay for your rent, but you won't go hungry.
You still are saying, but the sniper needs to have protection.
It's not the sniper. It's saying that that we're not, just so we have, there's no ambiguity on my position, which is also the position of Sanders or AOC or others, as I understand it. It is that we have zero military aid to Israel, that we have no military sales that are used to kill, military weapons that are used to be killing civilians. So that's the drop.
I would argue Iron Dome is used to kill. I would argue Iron Dome is used to kill civilians because it allows the Israelis to have this American backing to operate with impunity by openly saying that
he's in charge of skits and sketches. Holy shit. That is going to be, those are going to be some unfunny skits and sketches. Chris says, Anthony, I need a job. Can you hire me? Of course, Chris Willow. Whatever you need. I'm going to go get something to eat from the kitchen, guys. I'm fucking starving. I'm going to chair react to this. I'm sorry.
That I support this military technology for Israel. What you're saying is that when Israel attacks other countries who have a right to fight back, that my position is that sniper, I wish he wasn't doing the sniping, but that sniper has a right to have the United States defending their sniping.
But I don't think that that's the case. If we're stopping all military aid and we're stopping giving them the weapons to kill others, and we're stopping protecting them at the UN, and we're demanding the actions in terms of justice, I don't think that their policies, whether it's Netanyahu or another Israeli government.
Would you say this about apartheid South Africa? I've heard you talk.
Well,
about
because I think
give me another example.
Whoever needs a job, just send your resume, folks. We will find a place for you. Okay.
Where you say it's okay to continue any level of support for an openly genocidal society that has mass murdered 80,000 people, more than 300 media workers, has invaded Lebanon, has bombed Iran, and you're saying, oh, but we need to protect civilians. This isn't about protecting civilians. The greatest threat to their civilians is their policy. And so I don't understand why you have even one qualified shred of support for a sniper mass murderer masquerading as the only democracy in the Middle East.
Well, but
Kannah has a very unfortunate face. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to like make fun of how the guy looks, but like he has like a dumb face. He's got like a stupid look on his face always. Like I don't know. Like I can't take the guy seriously. I'm so sorry. I cannot take the guy seriously. He's got a goofy fucking face.
I'm not saying that the United States should be supporting the funding for Iron Dome, just so we're clear. I'm saying that we shouldn't be restricting Israel from being able to get the Iron Dome or be able to develop the Iron Dome.
Why not? Why the fuck not? Like, and that's funny. We shouldn't be restricting them. Why the fuck? Dude, it's the devil country. Khalas, it's imagine the devil having a country. That's what we're doing here.
Dome technology. Well,
I stop there. Everything else you're saying makes so much sense. Why do you stop there? It feels to me like you're trying to have it both ways on this issue. So you can say, well, I actually support, defending the Israeli civilians. You're not defending Israeli civilians with that policy. You're defending the sniper's ability to keep killing because it won't face the ultimate accountability, which is a total embargo on all support for an apartheid state.
Yeah, I don't think you have to put at risk. You would agree, there are innocent civilians in Israel, right? Including 20% being.
Controversial statement right there. innocent civilians, but like they're still assholes. You know what I mean? Like again, listen, man. When most Israeli civilians support what was happening in Gaza, when like 86%, when 93% of like Jewish Israelis thought that the IDF was doing just enough or weren't going far enough in Gaza, you want to call these people innocent? You go for it. When Israeli society has trending social media content, like making fun of Palestinians and Arabs, when their number one Billboard song is about bombing Arabs and calling them the people of Amalek and spitting on them, when one of their favorite podcasts is the Two Nice Jewish Boys podcast, where they fantasize about going to a concert with footage of Palestinians suffering in the background on the screen of that concert, does that sound like an innocent society to you? Does that sound like a good society to you? Or does it sound like a society that is rotten to the core? Now, do they deserve to be like nuked? Of course not, but they need to be reformed. They need to be like re-educated. Okay? So I wouldn't say innocent. The word innocent and Israel do not go together. Even when we're talking about civilians. Maybe children. Children up to a certain age. And also don't forget, every single civilian in Israel joins the military. So they're all military. They're all combatants. They've all played a certain role in killing Arabs or facilitating the murder of Arabs, even if it's just booking a hotel room for an Israeli general. Even if they're a secretary, you're booking hotel rooms for these Israeli generals who do murder Arabs to have a nice little comfortable stay in between the killing. You know my thoughts on Israel. Again, and if this sounds too extreme for you, keep in mind, I'm Lebanese. 20% of my country is now occupied by Israeli motherfuckers. Those innocent civilians that he's talking about, yeah, they all join the military sooner or later and then come to an Arab country and murder people. So, you're not getting my sympathy, man. They're not getting my sympathy or my fucking empathy. I save that for people who actually deserve it.
Arab Israelis. I mean, I just don't think that you have to put their lives at risk to achieve the ends of stopping the apartheid, stopping the occupation.
Yitzi, I do care about Yitzi. Yitzi's our boy.
Israel puts their lives at risk by waging genocidal wars with the support of a significant portion of its population, and by enabling them by saying, well, the sniper still needs to have his cover, or well, I stop at this thing. What you're saying is that the accountability then doesn't lie on American policy toward Israel. It's sort of something abstract. Well, Israeli civilians could die. Israeli civilians are dying in these attacks because of the apartheid. Do Palestinians have a right to kill Israeli soldiers, Congressman? On October 7th, when they attacked the military bases in the Gaza envelope, did the Qassam brigades and Soraya al-Quds have a right to kill Israeli soldiers? Yes or no?
Who?
Detect Fevi says, hey, legend and legends in chat. Well, you're the legend, Detect. Thanks so much for being a legend. Aitor sends 100 Argentinian pesos and says, this match is going to be interesting. If Argentina wins, Milei is going to end up sending anti-riot police, losing even more popularity. And if Argentina loses, people are going to go crazy. Burn Milei, win-win. I hope so, man. And fuck Argentina. Aitor, we appreciate your Argentinian pesos.
On October 7th, did Palestinians have a right to attack Israeli military
fuck Argentina.
bases in the Gaza envelope? Yes or no?
I mean, I think October 7th attack was a terrorist attack, so I don't
Was it a terrorist attack when the first targets that were hit on the morning of October 7th were multiple military bases? Did Palestinian forces have a right to attack those military bases?
I am not for violence again in any way. I mean, I am for making sure that we end the occupation.
Do they have a right to do it, Congressman? Do they have a right to attack Israeli soldiers?
No, I'm not going to say that Hamas had a right to attack Israeli soldiers or kill Israelis. Like I don't think that advances peace or advances Palestinian statehood.
Does Israel have a right to drop a single bomb in Gaza in response to October 7th?
I believe Israel had the right to get people who killed the civilians, but not in the way they went about it, which I've said is genocide.
But the Palestinians don't have a right to attack the very military bases that are running the killing operations on October 6th, 2023, or October 5th, 2023. It's a double standard. You're saying there are ways that Israel should be able to kill Palestinians.
Again, why is Ryan or Mesa, why are these people on the call if it's just Jeremy Scahill just running this whole fucking thing? Why are they even on there? Like, why would you taint this interview? Why would you taint this content with this fucking victim shamer motherfucker over here? Like, genuinely, I am fucking perturbed at this fucking man's face right now.
Palestinians, but there is never a condition under which Palestinians can attack armed uniformed soldiers of a force that is still considered an occupying force under international law. I don't make it make sense to me how those
I
two
come
things
from a
cannot go to
tradition of
hypocrisy.
King and Gandhi. My grandfather was in jail for.
I'm aware of your family history. Do you think King would say, "Well, there's they can attack the Viet Cong, but I don't."
Yo, he's like, yeah, don't try to use your family as cover right now. What do you think they would say? Like, let me finish.
Don't want them to kill.
I don't think anyone. I don't know what Gandhi would say. I don't think my grandfather would say that the Palestinians should have armed resistance to Israeli occupation. I think they would argue for a much more nonviolent approach.
Okay, and when the nonviolence ceases to work, Mr. Rokana, when the nonviolence doesn't work, what do they do then? What do they do then? Fartwain with another $5 donor. Thank you so much, Fartwain. Says H3 will do like 2 sketches, phase them out from lower viewership, and AB will be redundant. He's so dumb, he took the job Morgan just got laid off from. Ooh. Listen, you're making a lot of good points. I still think Ethan will keep AB just out of like this a sense of obligation. The sketches will definitely flop. Everything, look, H3 now, they can't go back to normal. They can't do the goofs and gaffs. They can't do the skits. They can't do any of that stuff. Everything they're going to do in that sense is going to flop, right? No one cares anymore. People only care when there's drama, when there's lawsuits, when there's anti-Hassan stuff. Like, that stuff was killing their show, but also keeping it alive. That's the crazy death loop that Ethan got himself in. The only thing people interesting was the drama, but that was also killing his show at the same fucking time, and the Zionism and all that sort of thing. So they're never going back to the Goofs and Gaffs show. They're going to attempt Goofs and Gaffs for the next week or so, maybe, rebranded show. It's all going to flop, and then they're going to start digging up for drama with anyone they can. Give it a week and a half. It's going to go back to what it was before they went on break. They're going to shit on Hassan, Frogan, Denims. It's coming back. I promise you. Once this, if they are actually trying to do Goofs and Gaffs again, that ain't working. It ain't going to work.
But America, I think, in ending aid, in ending military sales, in not being a defender of Israel in the UN, just vetoing resolutions against Israel, would make tremendous progress. I mean, maybe we're on a scale of 1 to 10, and you're at a 10, and I'm saying let's go to a 6, 7, 8. I don't know where that would be. And right now, America's at a 1.
Well, we're at a 10 because of a genocide that was enabled, supported, armed, and funded by the United States. And I am baffled as to how you can say that Israel had a right to drop a single bomb on Gaza in response to October 7th, but Palestinians, according to you, have no right whatsoever.
Wait, Clipping Wings is here? Hermio Torres says, hey, Clipping Wings, by the way, I hope you're doing well. Are you just like, do you just know the person's going to be here? What's happening? Clipping Wings, hello. Yeah, Clipping Wings seem like they like the show. And they hate Guam, is the sense that I get. So if Clipping Wings is in chat, I may have missed them. But yeah, I think Clipping Wings might be a do not warrior. Great job, by the way. Like, quickly getting a lot of attention. Like, brand new Twitter account, right? Just dropping these clips, doing pretty well. Clipping Wings, great work, sir. Great work. Or ma'am.
To ever kill an Israeli
Palestinians have right to justice, which is in the case of
do they have a right to armed resistance against Israeli occupation soldiers in uniform? Do they ever have a right to kill an Israeli soldier?
I think if it's a self-defense, if they feel like there's an illegal attack on them by a violent settler or by an Israeli soldier, and that's illegal, in a school or on a civilian, and then of course they should have justice.
But the entire thing is illegal, Representative Khana. The entire occupation of Gaza, the managing their diet, the mowing the lawn, the constant killing of them, the perspective of...
Yeah, doing great. Raimi says, I like this dude, staying on him. Lil Shaitan says, damn, I really like this journalist. He is not backing down and seeing through all the bullshit. I know, he's fucking great. Which is sad that Ryan Grimm is just fucking sitting there tainting the whole thing.
Many Palestinians is that they're being collectively punished and they're fighting for their very existence, and that the bases that surround Gaza were the primary murderers on a military level of the population of Gaza. So what I'm understanding, whether it's Hamas and Islamic Jihad or it's independent Palestinians, how is it that you can stand here and in any way justify the Israelis dropping bombs on Gaza, but never find a way in which it's justifiable for Palestinians to kill an armed soldier of a force that is under international law an occupation force? I don't understand it.
Well,
I ask you to reconsider this position.
Well, I will look at it, but I don't think that the solution in that area is to encourage
but you're afraid of being called pro-Hamas. That's what this boils down to.
Yep. Ooh, there you go. That's it. He got it. Just afraid of being called pro-Hamas. That is literally it. He fucking got him, dude. He fucking got him with that. Holy shit. Good job, Jeremy. Good fucking job. That is the line. That is the line. You're just afraid of being called pro-Hamas. Stop. Peaceful. My guy, if they're being bombed and peaceful protesting does nothing, they're going to have to turn to violence at some point. Sooner or later. Okay? Sooner or later.
I bet if we were talking off the record privately, and I said this to you, you would acknowledge that people around the world have a right to resistance by all means necessary.
I've always been for peaceful resistance. You know,
but how is peaceful resistance saying the Israelis?
You know, I mean, just like it's under segregation, I wouldn't have said that go kill people who are engaged in segregation against you. I mean, I'm much more Dr. King than Malcolm X. I mean,
are you much more slave rebellions were justified against people that were raping?
Yes. Woo, man. Okay. Okay, there we go. Shit. Anytime he tries to weasel away, he brings him right back. So what about the slaves? Are they allowed to have an armed resistance, violent resistance, or no? They just fucking sit there and take it. Just be a slave forever. Ask to be freed by your master. And if they say no, just ask again nicely.
Hanging, murdering Africans who had been kidnapped. I mean, I'm sorry. I spend most of my day and night talking with Palestinians, working with Palestinians. My colleague Hossam Shabbat was assassinated by the Israelis, most of the
Palestinians I met, and maybe a few days, are not talking about the kind of armed resistance that you are. They just want to live their lives in dignity and peace and not have the Israeli settlers oppress them.
But you're a member of the United States Congress who is justifying, albeit you've been very critical of Israel's war against Gaza, but you seem to be drawing a line that says that there are some cases in which Israel is justified to attack Palestinians, but only those responsible for October 7th. But you can't find a shred of justification for any Palestinian to attack the very armed forces operating under a nation state flag that is backed by the United States. And you're saying that there is no condition under which a Palestinian has a right to kill soldiers who are posted at military bases, enforcing by murder and forced starvation and deprivation an illegal occupation of Gaza.
That's the good shit right there. That's the dank shit. That is that good dank indica that your guys. I got some good shit today. Jeremy Scahill got that good shit today. Jeremy Scahill came in today with a pound of dank indica. And he's just distributing that shit to everybody. He's like, have some good shit. You want some good shit? You want some really good shit? Here you go.
That's what doesn't make sense to me. I don't see how you reconcile those two positions.
Because I think that the armed resistance is only going to be ineffective given the power differentials. It's similar to what Gandhi thought in terms of how he took on the British Empire, and that having a moral force of civil resistance and appealing to the world's conscience is going to be much better chance of getting dignity and peace.
2019. The Palestinians organized the Great March of Return, which was a mass nonviolent mobilization at the gates of the concentration camp walls and fence in Gaza. And you know what Israeli soldiers did, Representative Kannah? They had a competition to who could shoot the most kneecaps of Palestinians.
Well, I think that
were backed by Yahya Sinwar, the head of Hamas. So there's a track record in the context. You're talking about tactical issues. The Palestinians have tried that. The Palestinians did.
Well, I think opinion is down. I think opinion is shifting now in America, where those kind of approaches would get a better reception in the United States.
Hey, when? By when? It's too late. Gaza's already gone. Gaza's already done. They're building a fucking concentration camp in Gaza right now. They've already taken it. They're taking more parts of the West Bank. By the time you have your way and this peaceful protesting has its way and like the world now agrees, finally recognizes Palestine. It's fucking gone. There's no Palestine left, dude. There's no Gaza left. There's going to be no Palestinians left by the time the whole world rallies around the peaceful protesting and finally listen to the Palestinians. If it weren't for October the 7th, as violent as that was, half of the Middle East would have signed the Abraham Accords right now and would have normalized relations with fucking Israel. The only reason Saudi Arabia hasn't signed that fucking document is because of what happened after October the 7th. So it was a matter of life and death. They had to fucking do what they did, unfortunately. So great job by Jeremy Scahill. Holy shit. That was beautiful. That was a master fucking class in interviewing and not letting someone off the hook. Not letting someone off the hook. Holy fucking shit, dude. That was very satisfying, guys. That was incredibly satisfying. Okay, there's this fucking idiot who's called I'm Really Important. I just want to listen to this. And then Clavicular. Let me open up. Oh, God, it's Clavicular stuff. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, Opening links 9, 10, 11, 12. All right, open a bunch of links. This is gonna slow us down a little bit, but that's okay. That's okay. That's okay. We'll be all right. Is it too bright? I think we're okay. Maverly says, please no doomerism. I beg, if Kannah can be pushed, he must be pushed. Look, if he can be pushed, he'll be pushed, but I'm not holding my breath. I don't count on him. We don't need this fucker. Like, I just can't have people act like wet blankets, you know, and have no strong opinions. Okay? So this fucking guy, by the way, this was clipped from Clipping Wings. Friend of the show, apparently. Look at this fucker. Clipping Wing said, top DNC shill, I'm really important. Labels Rokana strip a stunt and nothing burger.
Illegal settlements, but there's no such thing as. It didn't seem that.
Which I do think it's kind of a stunt, to be honest with you. He's trying to get some credentials, some leftist credentials by doing this. But what the rest of what this fucking idiot says, who the fuck is this guy, by the way? I'm really important. Look at this fucking dumbass. Listen to this shit. By the way, I tweeted at this motherfucker. Please respond to me, you fucking coward. You fucking coward. You dumbass looking motherfucker. Please respond.
It didn't seem that crazy. The way Ro was talking about it seemed a bit dramatic. Like, if you've got this group of activists coming into an area that's like a kind of a conflict zone, I think it's going to attract some attention. And there's, you know, I'm not justifying what happened to them, but I'm not surprised that it happened. And it doesn't seem like they were mistreated or anything. They were just detained. He went to occupied Palestine. Palestine is not a thing. There's no such thing as Palestine.
By the way, I'm covering his chat. He's got like Twitch chat and YouTube chat like at the same time. He's getting like one chat per like 6 seconds or 7 seconds. He's got like 12 people watching him right now, by the way. And his name is I Am Really Important. Isn't that fucking stupid? He's got like 12 people fucking watching him right now and engaging with this fucking live stream. How's that working for you, you dumb fucking centrist?
It's the West Bank, and it's occupied territory, and there's illegal settlements, but there's no such thing as Palestine. You can look that up. You know, it seems like that's what they wanted, honestly. Like, if you go with 100 activists, we've seen it a bunch of times with these boats and flotillas.
No such thing as Palestine. My God, dude. Please, 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 please. Can we just make these people Republicans? Can we just get rid of these people permanently? They do not represent anything that has anything to do with the left. And I know Democrats at this point are basically Republicans light, but like, I don't even want them to be in the same conversation as leftists, as anything, dude. Anything. Like, what the fuck is this? Why would you even fucking say this? What do you have to gain? Who are you appealing to by saying there's no such thing as Palestine? Who's this going to help? Who's going to win a fucking election this way, dude? What the fuck is this? Haley says, Mike, MFA, Ticonderoga. What is that? Bus. Got some food. Let's see next. Non, bah, sans ça. Merci. Thank you. Merci, merci. I gotta look what that is. What is a Ticonderoga? Ticonderoga. Ticonderoga pencil? Is a pencil. That's a pencil brand? He does look like a pencil. It's the Cadillac of pencils, huh? I'd never heard of that brand. So does he look like a pencil? Ticonderoga #2 pencils are renowned for their smooth graphite latex-free erasers and iconic yellow and green striped ferrule. A 24-pack of unsharpened pencils costs around $4.47 at Walmart, while a 30-pack of pre-sharpened pencils runs about $5.59 at Target.
Flotillas and caravans, whatever. Activists will get a big group together and
oh my God, dude. The shape of his head. He is genuinely a pencil. The whole thing is like this. Kind of looks like this too. He's got like his head and his neck are the exact same width. And his head is an eraser, I guess. The head is the eraser. Holy shit. That is such a good comparison. Let me get you like a full image of one of these pencils. Is that what you mean? It's just like he's like this, right? His neck and his head are basically the same shape. Is that what we mean? That's a crazy reference. What the fuck, Haley? Thank you so much. That's fucking hilarious. I've never would have thought of calling the guy a pencil. Beeble says, you roll up with some ticos in elementary school. People knew you were important. That's what it is? He looks like a pencil to me. So he's really important because he's got the good pencils? To me, he looks like a pencil.
They'll go somewhere that is in the news and that is contested or something, and they're more than likely going to get detained, and it draws a lot of attention. So it seems like kind of part of the plan. I don't know why he's leaning so hard into the Israel-Gaza stuff, and he himself called it.
Yes, he looks like Andy Dick as well. BRZW6PB says he looks a bit like Andy Dick. He does look like Andy Dick.
Palestine too. Weird thing to say there's no Palestine. There's Palestinians. There are Palestinians, but there is no Palestine. Show me on the map where Palestine is. You know,
it's where Israel is, you dumb fuck. You stupid fucking liberal. You fucking centrist piece of shit motherfucker. Who the fuck is watching this shit? Who's watching this fucking guy's stream?
Show me. Kind of concerns me a bit that people are going to almost pander to that pro-Palestinian crowd by doing stunts like this with no purpose behind them, and then, you know, claiming that it was a bigger deal than it was. Because based on what I've read in his description right there, it doesn't sound like that big of a deal. Imagine American citizens detaining Ben Gvir and nothing happens to them. What? What are you talking about? So, I don't know what you're trying to say, man. You're kind of annoying in general, though, so you're on thin ice, buddy.
What? What did someone tell him to piss him off so much? What did someone detain Ben Gvir?
What? Description right there doesn't sound like that big of a deal. Imagine American citizens detaining Ben Gvir and nothing happens to them. What? What are you talking about?
Yeah, that's a pretty good example. What if American citizens detain Ben Gvir and nothing happens to them? What do you got to say about that, motherfucker?
So, I don't know what you're trying to say, man. You're kind of annoying in general, though, so you're on thin ice, buddy. What? What did I do? Just here it comes. What? Go ahead, do it. So I can just delete you. Go ahead. What?
You're deleting one of your 12 viewers? Don't do that. Come on, you're going to be down to 11 viewers. He's the only fucking guy chatting with you in your fucking live chat. I'm just going to hide myself so you guys can see his fucking live chat. It's fucking pathetic. Look at his live chat.
What? Every time. Go ahead. Go ahead. I mean, it sounds like a nothing burger, man. Like, really? The IDF were like, we're on the side of the settlers. I mean, they may have
He's like getting one chat every like 9 seconds.
said that. I don't know. These are like young people in their 20s out there. I would expect professionalism from soldiers. The IDF there weren't displaying that. They should be called alpha. Well, I don't expect much from soldiers, dude. You know, like even American soldiers would do stupid shit. These are young people in their 20s. You have to serve in the military when you're in Israel. So they could be as young as like 19 years old, 18 years old. I mean, they're dumbasses and they do dumb things, but it doesn't even sound like they did anything horrific. Like what did they do that was unprofessional?
We're glazing the fucking IDF. My guy, please just get off the face of the fucking internet. Please leave. No one wants you here. No one cares about your fucking content. No one cares about your fucking dumbass streams. What else is he? Look at he's like a co-host of Hutch's, by the way. Like, I found this. Here's a clip. He's like talking to Hutch. Hutch gets dogpiled about his Lib and Lean. So he has a show called Lib and Learn, I guess, co-host about Graham Plattner. So this fucking guy works with fucking Hutch. Why am I not surprised? Why am I not surprised? Look at this.
To Hassan's credit, though, he like tepidly.
He's got a Harris Wall sticker on his wall. Yang Gang. John Ossoff. Libbed up. Our guys fucking libbed up to the max. And apparently this fucking guy was like in a music video back in the day. Where was it? No Palestine, my tweet. Is this it? So it says the Offspring's white guy video star, now a political live streamer, is still pretty fly. So I think he was the guy in Like, I think I'm pretty fly for a white guy. Was he like the guy in that music video? How can I know? Let me try to find that shit. Pretty fly. Offspring. Was he like a baby? This is this guy's claim to fame. Let's see what's up. Oh my, that's him. This fucking guy wants to comment on Middle Eastern politics and on the Middle East as a region. You stupid motherfucker. You fucking dumbass fucking clown. Streaming to 12 fucking people. And I hope you know they chose you for that music video because you look like a fucking idiot. You look like a fucking dumbass, man. That's why you're in this motherfucking video. Holy shit. Dude, he should never live this down. How fucking embarrassing, dude. Oh my God, dude. That's enough of that. So anyways, I tagged him on Twitter. I'm like, hey, I'm really important. How about you shut the fuck up before claiming Palestine doesn't exist, you little shit? Who even watches this centrist bullshit? Fucking clown. Completely ignored my tweet. Of course he would. Fucking coward. Let's go. Let's fucking go tit for tat. Reply. Block me. Something. Acknowledge this. You fucking pussy. Come on, man. Please explain to me why Palestine doesn't exist. Explain to me why Palestine doesn't. Ask me to point it out on a map. I'll tell you where it is on a map. It's where Israel is, you dumb motherfucker. It's right next to Lebanon. You stupid fucker. It's neighboring my country, actually. I can tell you exactly where it is on a map. Very easy for me to do so. You uneducated clown, buffoon, idiot, dumbass pencil-looking motherfucker. With a neck with the same width as your fucking head. Looks like a finger. It looks like a straight up like a finger. Just like that. Hey, the muck, bro. And I mean that one. Look at that. Hutch. By the way, I don't know shit about Hutch. I'm always seeing like Hutch tweets on Twitter. Hutch said this. Hutch said that. I know nothing about the guy. He seems so uninteresting. Zero charisma. I would never click on one of his streams. I don't even have time to hate on the guy. Like, I don't even care enough to hate on the guy. So uninteresting. Like, holy shit. And so is this guy, by the way. I'm really important. Like, this is probably the last time I'm ever going to fucking mention you. Unless he replies to me, never going to fucking talk about this human being ever again. That was more than enough today. That was way too much. Way too much. Dumbass motherfucker. Okay.
Let's go to
now we are advancing to Clavicular's trip to Israel. We talked about that again. My live stream fucking keeps, my chat keeps dying. And then it resets. I don't know what the fuck's happening here, guys. I'm so sick of the streaming setup. Have I mentioned that I'm sick of the streaming setup? Have I? Haley says, if your whole body is a neck, do you have a neck? No, right? The whole thing is, what do you even call him? He's like a torso, just a long torso. Crazy. His name is Guy? His name is Guy Cohen? Really? That's his name? Oh, okay, so he's like a Zionist motherfucker. Okay, Cohen, I'm guessing he's Jewish. I'm guessing he's a... By the way, he's talking about Israel and Palestine doesn't exist. He seems like a Zionist. You Zionist piece of shit. You mega Zionist piece of shit, huh? Ooh, this guy's probably been to Israel. That guy's probably done Birthright. He's probably been to Israel. He's probably... He's bought into the whole fucking thing. Guy, well, look, I don't hate the name Guy. I'm gonna defend the name Guy for a second. In French, Guy is Guy. You don't call it Guy. It's Guy. In English, it sounds really weird because it's like, Guy. What up, Guy? It's like, what? What do you mean, Guy? In French, it's Guy. In English, it sounds kind of silly. The Guy thing sounds kind of silly. I will admit. But in French, it's like way more normal. is way more normal when you say like Guy, you know? If his name was Guy, you're like, okay, Guy. Guillaume. Yeah, Drax is also Portuguese. Yeah, but like when you say just Guy, yeah, it is kind of weird. It is kind of awkward. I think I'm pretty fly for a white guy. Yeah, the fact that his name is actually Guy, that's fucking crazy. Okay, so Clavicular went to Israel, and essentially we reacted to that on the last stream that I did like 4 or 5 days ago. We saw some of his shit. People were following him around the streets, calling him the Israeli I Show Speed, etc. You know, he's Israel's I Show Speed. Well, now, seemingly, public sentiment has turned against Clavicular. First of all, here he is getting...
It's good to hang it. Decompress the spine, get another ½ inch of height. Fuck it. All right, ready?
So he was able to do 1 pull-up, and now this is his Israeli girlfriend doing 10 pull-ups.
I got you.
Okay. Child size, just like Clavicular likes them. Child size IDF soldier.
Oh, wow. Mog's me.
Okay, so who gives a fuck? But anyways, that idiot fucking IDF soldier lady, we're going to get back to her in a second. So here is Clavicular revealing he had dinner with Bibi Netanyahu's advisors.
I had dinner with a couple of people who were, you know, Bibi's advisors, a couple big government people and from the United States, you know, just some tech names as well. And there was a photograph.
B-Ball is asking, is this a new mic? This is, well, technically no. This is one of Nadim's microphones. It's like a spare mic that I have at home, but it does sound clear. When I go back home, I'm going to kind of fuck with my mic settings a little bit to make it sound a little bit louder like this one does. But this is a very good mic. This is a Rode. I have similar ones, but this one is both USB-C and XLR. The ones I have are just XLR. This one's a newer one. But yeah, it's Nadim's like mic. I brought it here with me to use for streaming. Come on, Clavicular. Stupid motherfucker.
I had dinner with a couple of people who were, you know, Bibi's advisors, a couple big government people and from the United States, you know, just some tech names as well. And there was a photograph of us at the club after, and then that's why all the media here hates me, because the media doesn't like Bibi, right? And I was fine with talking with one of Bibi's people about looks maxing, how he could looks max. That's what they asked. They said, hey, Bibi's been having a lot of...
Dude, how fucking desperate is the Israeli government that they're like introducing Benjamin Netanyahu to a fucking kick streamer to make him looks max. This is how desperate they are for any crumb of positive coverage that Benjamin Netanyahu wants to talk about looks maxing. What a pathetic society. What a pathetic fucking country. What a pathetic fucking people. Fuck Israel. Fuck Zionists. Holy shit, dude. How fucking pathetic.
Trouble with humanizing himself to the younger generation. They think he's too old and out of shape. What do you want to do, like a gym stream with him or something like that? And if I had any ideas about like his fitness thing, because he's getting into sports or something, and I was like, sure, man, I'd be happy to help with his gym cell routine. So I said sure. And then, you know, after the picture comes out, all the liberal media in Israel kind of gets mad that I'm talking to him, and starts putting all this press about, you know, how Clav's, you know, an anti-Semite, Clav's this, whatever, basically just shitting on me. And I'm like, I didn't have to come here, right? I didn't have to at all. I came here because, you know, obviously.
Didn't you though? You fucking fell off, motherfucker. By the way, my dad made me a Philly cheesesteak sandwich, homemade. Fucking tasty as shit. Sorry, I'm dying. You're fucking falling off, man. The only reason anyone's fucking talking about you is because you went to fucking Israel, you dumb fuck. You needed them just as much as they need you. You both need each other.
See, Alec invited me and we're gonna have a good time, but it's like, it's almost like if you do someone, like the goal of being here was, you know, at the end of the day, a little non-political entirely, but it still had some political implication, I guess, because it's during a war, so just even stepping foot in the country is political.
Yes, you fucking dumbass. So we got this fucking dumbass Israeli Zionist. Her name is on the clavicular. Her name is Elishiva Abramson. It says on the clavicular situation from the mother of a teenage Israeli boy who's being raised right, rape apologists, Nazi suck-ups, and incel losers will find no quarter here. So, all of a sudden, Israel kind of like flipped on Clavicular and his visit, and they're like, wait, isn't this the Heil Hitler guy? So now this dumbass fucking Zionist, listen, even though we agree that Clavicular is like a piece of shit, right? She's still a Zionist. She's still Israeli. She's raising a little devil Israeli Zionist right now who's going to be taught to hate Palestinians and who's going to join the military in a few years and go murder Palestinians. So fuck this lady. Fuck her kids. It's fun because now we have a civil war, right? We have Israelis and Zionists shitting on Clavicular. I hate all these people equally. To me, I don't give a shit who ends up losing, who ends up winning. Because we win by having these fucking clowns engage in this kind of drama.
Whatever happened to the good old days when Nazis came to Israel to be put on trial?
Okay, sorry, I cannot hear shit.
Because in 2026, they're coming to Israel to make... Whatever happened to the good old days when Nazis came to Israel to be put on trial? Because in 2026, they're coming to Israel to make content. Because outrage is good business and degrading Jewish women gets you views. Because exploiting the Jewish desire for progress and good relations is too easy. Let's stop acting surprised, that what's-his-ass scapula, whatever the newest Jew-hating musculoskeletal feature since kneecap, is now dickhead maxing around Israel. That's someone who publicly sings Heil Hitler, profiteers off incel culture, who has built his entire audience off of humiliating people for entertainment, that as soon as he...
The irony of Israelis finding offense in this. Your country's built its whole career out of murdering a whole other civilization. Now it's too much if a guy says Heil Hitler. It is horrible, obviously. Like this, you see, fuck them both. But like the irony of a Zionist trying to lecture someone else on like being a good person. What the fuck are we talking about?
Built his entire audience off of humiliating people.
How has Israel built its country? By murdering people.
Entertainment, that as soon as he was allowed to cross the threshold into our house, he stomped his dirty boots all over the carpet. And that a very special selection of male Jewish influencers have been vain enough to think that they, as God's gift to women and the World Wide Web, would somehow be able to rehabilitate this absolute knob, even though said knob has been open about the fact that he came to Israel in bad faith. He is still here. He's still treating Israeli women like trash, and he's laughing at you for the cuckolds that you are. He's going to return to the US and benefit from every single piece of cheap content that you allowed him to take. So grow a spine, get off your phone, enroll yourself in some Krav Maga, find a therapist.
Of course, Krav Maga. By the way, he demeans all women. He treats all women the same. It has nothing to do with you being Israeli, being Jewish. That's his thing, lady. So you got to embrace it.
And don't you even think about looking...
Yeah, and by the way, great point. Lemonman Cat says, it's not your house, you stole it. Exactly. Honestly, they deserve Clavicular. I'm Team Clavicular. I am now Team Clavicular. Stay in Israel. Harass their ladies. Not in a sexual way or anything like that. Just be annoying. Just be annoying. Degrade them. Whatever you want to do, man. Israel's your fucking land. Have fun. Have fun. And fucking Tel Aviv, man. Let's fucking go.
At a Jewish woman again until you can swap your fake ass believe Israeli women for I'm a stupid clout chasing horse's ass and I'm sorry.
Fuck you, you dumb Zionist little piece of shit. Fuck you. I can't believe you're making me defend Clavicular. Fuck you. What makes you special? What makes Jewish women more special than any other woman around the world? Nothing. Nothing at all. Female IDF soldier who was seen live streaming with Clavicular is facing major backlash from the Jewish community. Let's see. So these are some of her Instagram comments. Right, her name is Shira something. Let me see. Sorry. I got her name somewhere. Okay, there was a report that I guess I didn't oh, there it is. Yeah, Clavicular. What's her name? Her name is Shira something. I think it says it here. Shira Braun. Okay, so her name is Shira Braun. Okay, Shira Braun. So let's see some of the comments that Shira Braun has been getting on like her Instagram. Proud dad check. Another Charlita coming to lick neo-Nazi. People will sell their religion for publicity. What won't you do in the name of likes and publications? If you represent women, you would not post the same content. See how he treats women. You're embarrassing your brother. Too pretty to be doing videos like this with him. Change your bio, baby. You really do not represent me. By the way, she's got some fucking mouth on her. You certainly don't represent me. Shame on you. And walk around with vomit bags to share to all of us. Hey, girly pop, change your bio. I'm guessing her bio says like proud Israeli or something. Levy's Fitness says, it's a shame to let this unfounded brainstorm that endangers many children in the world for your content. You are happy to see the other comments here that agree to this. We hid it in a video based in Israel and the subject, and that's a good thing. This one says, it's a shame they didn't. Oh my God. It's a shame they. Oh, that's okay. This is trigger warning. This person said, it's a shame they didn't rape and kill you at Nova. Oh my God. And this other person said, you fucking whore. You escort, may they slaughter you, will throw a party over your body parts. Holy shit. These, dude, Israelis are fucking nuts. Look at that. Just like that, they turn their hatreds toward their own. Isn't that crazy? Holy shit, dude. Such vile, I mean, she's a dumbass. She's an IDF soldier. She's hanging out with Clavicular, whatever you want to say. To say you should have died at Nova, and like you're a whore, you're an escort, may they slaughter you, will throw a party over your body parts. Holy shit. Exactly. Israel versus Israel. Let's fucking go. This is the civil war we want. They're trying to get a civil war in Lebanon between Hezbollah and the Lebanese army. This is the civil war I want to see. You know? That's what I want to see. Holy shit, man. Crazy, dude. So here's a little report from Al Jazeera.
So good. Really? So good. Wait, I'll give it.
She's now facing disciplinary action after appearing. Wait, let me see. Sorry. His name is Brandon Eric Peters. I didn't even know that, dude. So she now faces disciplinary action after appearing with U.S. streamer Brandon Eric. But wasn't she like, bro, wasn't she like kind of, like, wasn't he brought over by the Israeli government? Like, if Netanyahu's people wanted him to meet Netanyahu, and he never admitted to how the trip was funded, and he kept it a secret. He's like, if people found out who funded my trip, they wouldn't be happy, etc. This is a government-funded trip. They knew it. They're now just throwing her under the bus because the publicity didn't go the way they wanted. The PR stunt fucking failed and bit them in the ass. Now they're fucking throwing this lady under the bus. They're throwing the social media manager who they hooked them up with. They were trying to honeypot the guy. Like, here, you can have our social media manager. She is the most beautiful of all of us, little Shira. You may have Shira, Clavicular. Please, do with her as you please. As you please. Just spread positivity about Israel. Okay, Shira is yours. To do with her what you will. Okay, now that the PR stunt fucking failed, let's go. She's a hoe, according to them. You know what I mean? You should be killed. Fuck you. Disciplinary action. Let's fucking go. Holy shit. They're so quick to throw their own under the bus, man. Aitor says the Klabibi situation is just like the football match, Israel versus Israel. Let them fight, bro. I agree. Let them fight. Let them fight.
Are you self-funding this? Like, who paid for your flights? Who's paying for this?
Those are questions you don't want to ask.
By the way, if anyone's curious, the game, England-Argentina, they're still at 0-0.
Welcome to Israel. You've been here for like 14 hours. How is it so far?
Dude, I'm having a blast.
That's the fucking dumbass who gave him the OpenAI Star of David necklace.
Where's your gun?
They didn't give me one.
They didn't give you a gun? Too short for a gun?
But I run the social media.
Can you believe doing like a makeup tutorial in your IDF outfit? What a fucking crazy, insane society. Get ready with me as I go to murder Palestinians. Oh, ho, 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 ho. Here's how I do my day look. I'm going to put on some foundation so that I look, so that I look a little red. I like to have my cheeks to be a bit red so that when the Palestinians see me, they don't think that I have no color. It is summer now. We have to try to get a tan. So I have to look good when I kill the Palestinians. Insane. And again, this is how you normalize everybody being in the military. This is how you have a whole militarized fucking society. Everyone's a fucking combatant. Israel military says it's investigating.
Don't they pay people $7,000 to like post for Israel? Is that true?
Yes, it is, sir.
How do I get that?
Oh my God, man. Okay, so then Clavicular did like an interview with like Israeli media, and they like shat on him again for the Heil Hitler stuff, and like he walked off. This is the full interview.
Shalom Clavicular.
How's everything? Great. Thanks for having me.
Okay, do you enjoy your time in Israel?
Shalom Clavicular. Shalom.
Yeah, it's been a really good time so far. We've just been in Tel Aviv for the past few days, but everything's been great.
Okay, I see. So you basically came here to apologize?
So we came here to explore Tel Aviv and kind of show that it's a really fun city, and because there's a lot of misconceptions about it. Like, when you look up on TikTok about Mykonos or Ibiza or all the frequented summer spots for the popular European summer, you see a bunch of tourist things like, clubs and great things about the city to do. But when you look up Israel, obviously it's just a lot of stuff about like, war and stuff like that. When the reality is it's a very...
I mean, genocide and shit? Yeah, man. Of course.
Very fun city, so good to show everyone that this is the real reality of Tel Aviv.
But you know what everybody in Israel is talking about right now, right?
Well, everyone in Israel is talking about what we're doing that's good. So for you to kind of start the interview off in like a negative manner doesn't really make sense. We came here after a ceasefire ended in a very unstable state, technically, to kind of show that Israel's a safe place. So
by the way,
for you to start off in an attack,
he's 100% admitting he came here to do propaganda. He came here to show that Israel is a safe place. It's a party spot. It's a fun destination. Hey, come on over. Forget all that shit you see on the news. By saying that, he is admitting he is there as a stooge, as a PR wing for the Israeli social media thing. So, like, it's just that their plan backfired. That's the problem. And he's probably one of the only dumbass fucking influencers who fucking agreed to go to Israel because he has no shame. He doesn't give a shit. And he's probably falling off, so he needed the juice, right? So he's just saying it right there. I'm here to show that it's a good place and to talk about the positive stuff.
Agonistic way. I'm really, kind of just confused.
But how can you not talk about
like
the
a very
song?
Poor journalist.
Just tell
tactic.
me.
No. So if you're going to be negative, and ask about, like old, situations that are not so positive, then I really don't want to talk to you.
Last January is not.
Whichever dumbass was like, let's bring Clavicular to Israel. A dumbass and a genius.
That old, you got kicked out of a club just
yeah,
because
right
of this.
after I was kicked out of the club, the owner called me and profusely apologized.
That's a lie.
Offered me to come back and comp my entire night. So it was just a mix-up.
No, that's a lie. So why not clean the page?
So why don't you clean the page and talk about how much I've done for this country's reputation, because it's in utter shambles, right? You go on TikTok.
So now, bro, it's like, hey, I'm here to help your country. Now it's like, hey, your country's in shambles, bro. You need me. Fuck you. Calling me names. You're in shambles. Fuck your country. Yo, this is amazing, dude. This is amazing because I'm watching Zionists fight, essentially. Who do we support here? No one. It's just like everyone is self-destructing.
You go on any social media page.
Aitor says, am I the only one who foresaw Klabibi? I didn't know that the IDF has its own TikTok-style social media app. Does that mean they have an app where they upload all their war crimes? Oh, they do. They do.
The amount of propaganda among Gen Z and misconceptions, you know, so that's what's doing the real damage, right? Not anything I've done that, you know, we're here trying to set everything straight. I don't have to be in Israel, and quite frankly, if you're like, this is the most ridiculous thing ever. You know, I just woke up. I don't want to be talking to someone who's going to be rude.
We understand, but there's an online backlash, you know.
Because I'm here to do good things. So there's a backlash because of people like you. There's an online backlash because people like you, like me, talking about negative things. So why don't you acknowledge the fact? That I'm here doing a good thing for the country, showing off Tel Aviv's beauty, showing off that it's safe.
Okay.
So why don't you talk about that, and then there won't be a bad PR. Okay. So you're the one who's causing these issues. So you are the one. You are the one who's doing this.
How can you not see the comments?
How can you not see? Because I can't read them. It's in a different language. It's in
Did you have AI and Google Translate?
I don't even know what. All right, so I can't. Oh, I have Google Translate. Yeah. Live on TikTok. Yeah, I could totally. Yeah, let me copy and paste every single little thing into Google Translate.
But you surely understand that people are angry.
No. Let me make you understand. I'm here for a good thing, and you.
Let me make you understand, motherfucker. Let's go, Clavicular. Listen. Clavicular is a piece of shit, but in this case, he's in front of an Israeli Zionist who's a bigger piece of shit. The Israeli Zionists will always be bigger pieces of shit than whoever you put in front of him. Whoever you put in front of him. This guy is probably on the news, celebrating the war, celebrating the genocide in Gaza, celebrating the displacement, celebrating the attacks on Lebanon, celebrating the ethnic cleansing in South Lebanon. So ultimately, I will always support anyone instead of these people. So in this case, they both suck. The edge goes to Clavicular.
You're trying to drag me through the mud and, you know, give me reputational damage. So quite
What's
honestly,
wrong with apologizing about singing Heil Hitler?
No, this interview is over.
Just apologize.
Why don't you apologize to me for? Why don't you apologize?
I need to apologize.
Why don't you apologize to me for wasting my time?
You wasted his time. You apologize to Clavicular. Come on, man.
Why are you afraid to apologize? Just apologize. That's it. זהו, ככה הלך.
זהו, הלך.
שומע? אוקיי, הוא עושה סלפי, אוקיי, יפה. זה הזמן לסלפי. אוקיי.
איך עדיין מבקשים ממנו סלפיז?
עדיין מבקשים ממנו סלפי, ודעתי האישית, רוני, זה שבן אדם שרק בינואר האחרון שר על היטלר ומסרב להתנצל באופן פומבי, בניגוד אגב למה שטען יועץ ראש הממשלה.
عيد بأمك وعيد بلغتك يا أخي شكلك وعيد بإسرائيل وعيد بالصهيونية كلهم بعيد كس أمك خر عليك يا عيد. Team Clavicular. Let's go, Clav. Don't quote me on that. Yo, the food in Tel Aviv sucks. Listen to this.
Steak and burgers in Tel Aviv. Oh, they're actually pretty good. I ain't gonna lie.
Don't lie. Don't fucking lie. The only thing that's good is Shake Shack.
You guys heard that? Someone asked him how's steak and fries in Tel Aviv. He's like, oh, it's good. It's really good.
Steak and burgers in Tel Aviv. Oh, they're actually pretty good. I ain't gonna lie.
Don't lie. Don't fucking lie.
So his girlfriend's in the back saying, don't lie. Don't fucking lie.
The only thing that's good is Shake Shack.
The only thing that's good is Shake Shack. Holy shit. And you got Israelis and Ethan Klein and Ela Klein like, oh, the food in Israel's great. The food in Israel's great. Motherfucker, y'all can't make burgers and fucking steaks? Come to Lebanon, we got good burger and steaks, yo. You get some good burger and good steaks in Lebanon. Whatever we do it fucking well. Unlike these fucking Israelis, of course they can't make any good fucking food. Of course they can't make any good fucking food.
Guys, they're listening. No, they're great.
You know that burger that we ate yesterday was terrible.
No, they're.
She said, you know that burger that we had yesterday was terrible. Let's go.
Great. Steak and burgers in Tel Aviv. Oh, they're actually pretty good. I ain't gonna lie.
Don't lie. Don't fucking lie. The only thing that's good is Shake Shack.
Guys, they're listening.
Guys, they're listening. They're listening. Shh. You're not supposed to say that the food tastes like shit. You're not supposed to say that. My God. What is here? So he's not being allowed to stream. Look, let's see.
Read com after gambling on stream. Unlikely. I've got to turn it off in exactly 1 hour. So.
Dude, what I like about this is that he fucking hates Israel now. Whatever good things he probably had to say about Israel, whatever good vibes he maybe felt there like the first or second day, I'm sure this motherfucker is now leaving Israel a fucking massive anti-Zionist. Maybe just an anti-Semite because he's just like, oh, I hate these people now. But like, who knows? He just hates Israel. And that's all I can tell you. All I can tell you is he definitely hates Israel now. And that just makes me laugh. That brings a smile to my face. Lemon Mint Cat with a very generous $5 donor. Thank you so much, Lemon Mint Cat. I don't know why Israeli Jewish supremacists thought making a deal with American Christian supremacists was a good idea. Stones and stolen glass houses, I guess. It's insane. It's insane. Especially the American Christian Zionists who just want all the Jews to be in Israel so that once the rapture happens, they can all die at the same time, like conveniently for them. Right? So insane allies to choose. But yeah, no one loves Israel as much as American evangelicals. As American Christians, they are Israel's biggest fucking supporters and biggest bankrollers. I feel like American churches collect more money for Israel than like any other cause. We got to send money to our beloved Israeli brothers and sisters. Now here's another person like influencer who made a video about Clavicular. And the dissent caused in Israel because of it.
There's one person in Israel taking the fall for everything that happened with Clavicular this week. And unless you live under a rock, her name is Shir Braun, and she used to work for the IDF spokespersons unit. And even Al Jazeera is reporting about how she's facing disciplinary action in the IDF. It's a story so misogynistic, I think even Clav would roll his eyes. A man is welcomed into Israel. The red carpet is rolled out for him. And the person that takes the fall is a sweet girl surrounded by people that misled her.
Oh, a sweet girl? Listen, I wouldn't call anyone in the IDF a sweet person, okay? Someone who's like, hey, you want to use the TikTok IDF to like put on some propaganda? She's a piece of shit Zionist, okay? Now, should she take the whole fall? Probably not. It's whoever invited him there, whoever paid for the trip, etc. Again, she was just a honeypot. She was the Ela Klein in the situation. She was the Willie Mack's wife in the situation, you know? They have this impressionable, dumb American content creator coming like, we have to give him one of our women. Ethan Klein got Ela. Willie Mack got whoever his wife is. And now Clavicular got this person. By the way, can you imagine a triple date? Ethan, Willie Mack, and Clavicular taking their Israeli honeypots with them to dinner. Would that be fucking great? That would be content that I would watch. A triple date between Ethan Klein, Clavicular, and Willie Mack with their 3 IDF appointed wives. That would be fucking hilarious, dude. That would be the content that I would pay money. I would become an H3 channel member to watch that content if it was behind a paywall. I want to see what these fucking idiots would talk about at the dinner table. And then we've already talked about what happened after the dinner. Oh, Willie, that feels so good. Willie, please. Oh, Willie. That's it. I'm no more of that. You know? But hey, they want to have some fun together, all 3 couples. We've been looking at you from across the room, and you kind of fit our vibe, Mr. Clavicular and Madame Shira. Would you like to join us and Willie Mack for a night of passionate love?
Because this is Shira's brother, Daniel Braun. You know, the Daniel Braun that posted about Clavicular on his own Instagram page? The Daniel Braun who is the face of Let's Do Something with his best friend and roommate Moshe Shir, who also lives with Shira Braun. The Moshe Shir here seen with Daniel Braun partying with Shira Braun with Clavicular on his live stream. Moshe Shir who posted this, tagging Clav and saying that he was so sorry and he had no idea in open dialogue. No idea? Because this screenshot was taken on July 9th after Moshe Shir and Daniel...
If you make a video with a misogynistic man that punches himself on screen and injects chemicals into minors, people will associate you with him. It's not helping us with the Epstein-Israel allegations. It's not chasbara. It's just grifting to no end. You guys have a heart. This will make people, especially women, see you very differently. It doesn't matter how many views, mamash. What's mamash? The fuck? So yeah, this is like a whole conspiracy. So Shira's brother and like his best friend, they're the ones who brought Clavicular here. Then they honeypot him with her, and then she's saying, what the fuck is happening here? I love how fucking stupid this all is.
Braun told all their friends in their community that they had this grand idea to host Clav, to which I responded, if you make a video with a misogynistic man that punches himself on screen and injects chemicals into minors, people...
Oh, she sent these messages? Who the fuck is this person?
...will associate you with him. This girl, Shira Braun, is getting jagged through Israeli media. She's getting rape threats. She's getting death threats. But her roommates, Moshe and Daniel, people that encouraged her to meet Clav, are getting no fallout at all. Even funnier, this man that pretends to represent Chabad, that brought Clav to Israel, that allowed a woman to ruin her life and sabotage her entire career, gets no fallback at all.
Guys, what career? She's in the IDF. Her career is predetermined. It was promised to her 3,000 years ago. Everybody has the same career in Israel. Okay? Might it ruin her opportunities for future employment? I don't even think so. Let her move to LA, marry a podcaster. She'll be just fine. Plenty of those. Willie Mack is taken. Ethan Klein is taken. She can find another right-wing podcaster in America. She'll be just fine, okay? This is the pipeline for these IDF soldiers. Meet a dumb, impressionable American podcaster. She will be fine, okay?
Even Meaningful Minute wouldn't take down their post collabing with him until several days later when the claims that I told them came out to be true. Which begs the question, why is the Israeli public publicly shaming Shira Braun, dragging her name through the mud? Why are we letting her entire life be ruined when she was surrounded by a brother, a best friend, and roommates that encouraged her to engage in this activity for Hasbara with the same convincing and manipulative language that they try to convince me? Why is it that Yossi Farrow, Meaningful Minute, and Jewish Breaking News, and every organization that pumped this collab facing no backlash at all? Who funded this?
Yeah, Marcus Nelson says using your little sister like that as well. I know, right? Just pawn off his little sister as a honeypot. It's crazy. Dude, Israelis, that's Israeli culture, right? They probably don't have the same, they don't have family values, man. You think Israelis have like the same family values or respect for women or their sisters that we do? Fuck no, man. Fuck no. It all makes sense. It all makes sense. It is a dirty, evil, fucked up society. Top to bottom, no exception. Fuck that country.
Trip. Why is a young girl's life being ruined? In ending so...
Okay, again, fuck her. She's the fucking IDF ruining and ending lives on a daily basis. So, like, they want us to feel... But again, this is intended for Israelis, not for people like me. They think I'm going to feel bad for this fucking lady.
So misogynistic that Clav couldn't have come up with it himself, and he calls women foids. Fund his trip, send him on a private plane, pose with him, allow major Jewish news outlets to get the clout, to get the followers, to get the likes, and then let a 20-year-old girl take the fall, and then have influencers all over the internet telling us to calm down and it's not such a big deal and why can't we have unity? And honestly, that has been the saddest lesson of this all.
Gold A star. Clavicular, tearing Israel apart, folks. Clavicular has torn Israel apart. So now he's announcing that he's leaving Tel Aviv and never coming back.
So insane to me. So insane how the media would want to antagonize me when I'm being like so non-political and only really showing the good things, which is the fact that it's not like some sort of dangerous place to be. You can walk around at night. It's safe.
Yeah, you know why you can walk around at night and it's safe? Because they murdered Palestinians on a daily basis to make it that way. They have an Iron Dome. They're currently they're getting rid of whoever they think is going to get in their way, man.
The clubbing here is fun.
Zone of interest, motherfucker, dude. Zone of motherfucking interest.
Most people who are Jewish in America won't even come to Israel because of how bad their PR is. The fact that they think it's a war zone. So, yeah, they fucked up real bad.
0-0. Game is still at 0-0. Fight broke out. No way. There's a fucking fight? Yo, let me know about the fight. Did anyone punch an Argentinian player in the face? Let me go ask my family 1 second. Argentina or England are fighting. Yo, my mom's telling me they've been fighting like the whole game. Like tensions are high. Everyone's fucking. I'm like, did the Argentinians get their asses beat though? She's like, no, not really. But like apparently the game is like very high tension and shit. Drax says, nah, the ref is just being a cheat. It's actually insane. I'm excited to see this shit, man. I'm excited to watch the second half of that game.
Kind of coming after me. And I'm getting out of here tomorrow. And kind of coming the fact that they think it's a war. Jewish in America won't even come to Israel because of how bad their PR is. The fact that they think it's a war zone.
Bro, it's not about a PR. It's a shitty fucking country. It's a genocidal country. It goes way beyond PR.
So, yeah, they fucked up real bad. The media, kind of coming after me.
They fucked up coming. Israel, you fucked up coming after Clavicular. The genocide, all that shit, it's okay. But you really fucked up when you went after Clavicular. That is the true sin of Israel.
And I'm getting out of here tomorrow. You know what I mean? But I liked everyone I met here for the most part, in terms of all the fans and all the regular people here have been quite lovely, but I have a jet back home tomorrow. So yeah. So they fucked up. It is what it is.
Goddamn. Goddamn. Okay, we saw that already. Okay, Nick Fuentes. I don't give a shit what Nick Fuentes has to say. Let me try. God, dude, my sister has a TV here. I kind of want to put the game on in the background. That's okay. You guys can let me know what's happening. You guys can let me know. We're almost done with this. Ethan Klein, I'm going to look at 3 things, just the Frogan lawsuit. And then I'll do another, we can do a whole reaction to the new studio eventually, you know. Just want to give, first half is nearly over, 10 minutes left. Okay, good. I know it's not exciting. I just want to watch the cheating. I want to see the cheating. I want to see the tension. I want to see fights. I want to see an Argentinian player get his fucking face bashed in. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay? Make me sound fucked up. Argentina. Okay. Quickly, we have an update. Frogan put out an official statement regarding her lawsuit with Ethan. Let's see. A statement, my lawsuit with Ethan Klein. Hi, all. I know I've been quiet the last year with what has been happening with my lawsuit, but I can partially explain to you all what I've been dealing with. TLDR, I hired Denim's legal defense team and they will be representing me going forward. I intend to continue to fight the lawsuit. Let's fucking go. Now on to the detailed version. Unlike what has been said and speculated, my previous legal defense team has been in communication with Ethan's team since August 2025. Yeah, Ethan kept saying that, they weren't hearing back from her lawyers. No one was talking to them. No one was responding, and they defaulted, etc., etc. That is not the case. Unlike what has been said and speculated, my previous legal defense team has been in communication with Ethan's team since August 2025. During this time with Ethan's team, it was months and months of settlement negotiations. When you enter settlement negotiations, you are given a list of ways to potentially settle, which I ultimately disagreed with. And I'm sure that list of how to settle looked a lot like Noah Samson's list, right? You need to put out an apology. You need to delete this video. You need to say this. You need to say that. You need to say that we're pro-Palestine. You have to promise never to talk about us again, etc., etc. Crazy fucking demands. Completely unwarranted. When you enter settlement negotiations, you are given a list of ways to potentially settle, which I ultimately disagreed with. After settlement negotiations failed, my case defaulted. After my case defaulted, I attempted to find a new lawyer. I reached out and scheduled a meeting with Denim's legal team, and now here we are. I have retained them, and they will be representing me going forward. I intend to continue to fight the lawsuit. Thank you all for the continued support. Morgan. Let's fucking go. Now, I don't understand about the defaults. I'm seeing people online saying, well, if you defaulted, it's going to be hard for a judge to let your case back in or whatever. I don't know anything about this stuff, and I'm not going to ask Frogan anything about this because I don't want to put her in any awkward position. I don't want her to reveal anything to me. I'm horrible with keeping secrets, so I'm never going to. And I just don't want to stress. When I ever talk to Morgan, I don't want it to be about the fucking lawsuit. I want it to be like, hey, how's it going? How's your life, etc. Fun stuff, good stuff. Not lawyer talk, not lawsuit talk, none of that shit. Okay. So I'm just going to go by what she's saying right here in this statement. Now, Kilo Tonics, who made a great video that we reacted to a few months ago, put out this analysis, which I think seems to be a pretty fair. Mythy Eve, folks. Holy shit. Mythy Eve has just gifted 5 Do Not Worry memberships. Let's fucking go. Let's go. Mithy, thanks. So that's so fucking kind. We got 5 new members right there. Mithy, that's so fucking kind. And by the way, great for Frogan to go after Denim's lawyers. Denim's lawyers seems to have did a great job with Denim's and helping her and getting that W against Ethan. So what a great choice for a lawyer. They have all the background info. They know everything about Ethan, and they can even use what happened to Denim's as some kind of a precedent to help Frogan. So I think it's a perfect choice. She got the best lawyer she can get. If it wasn't going to be Denim's lawyer, she should have gone after, what was her name? Margaret Drews or whoever Noah Sampson's lawyer was. If Denim's lawyer wasn't available, she should have gone for Noah's lawyer. They all seem like great, respectable lawyers. Good job. Very happy for Frogan for getting some good representation that is willing to fight for her and get her whatever result that she deserves to get. So that's fucking sweet. Very happy for that. Let's see this analysis from Kilo. And I don't know how accurate this is. Please let me know. And by the way, Mithy Eve, thanks again for the generous donor. That's so fucking awesome. W's in the chat for Mithy, folks. We got Maxime got a membership. Great leader Kim. E. Fergamuffin. Ben Sheets and Bravo Swan X70. Congrats, guys. You guys owe Mithy Eve a big thank you. Mithy, that is so kind. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. This all makes a very big difference. We love and appreciate you all. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Kilo says, Frogan's team pretty quickly negotiated a joint motion to delay the hearing on default judgment until later in September. In order for Frogan to continue fighting the case, she's going to have to show good cause for defaulting, in addition to demonstrating that her defense has merit. If settlement talks were ongoing and Frogan was actively seeking new counsel after they broke down, this could help her case for good cause for defaulting, although it wouldn't really be enough by itself. One thing that will moderately help Frogan's good cause here is if her lawyers move quickly. So my guess is we'll be seeing her new lawyers file something pretty soon. TLDR, they've got work to do, but Frogan's case is certainly not over. Let's fucking go. And again, for every single fucking dumbass YouTube lawyer that called this months ago that Ethan was going to win and they had no chance and they're all doing this maliciously to steal money from Ethan and market replacement, all that sort of shit, legal mindset, all you fucking weirdos, fuck you guys. Fuck you guys. Y'all don't know shit. This isn't over. It ain't over till it's over. Okay? It ain't over till it's over. And here's another clip. Here's a clip of who? Some guy called Luss. Still simping for Ethan. The YouTube lawyer Luss posted a new video why I support Ethan Klein even after Denim's. Oh, he has a whole video? Well, maybe we can watch that another time.
I felt like I should make this video. I still support Ethan Klein. A lot of people are either not making videos because, again, Ethan
is it frozen or
has suffered loss. So my support for Ethan Klein doesn't really change. It really comes down to H3 Snark. They are a nasty group. When they're in your comment section saying cope. I'm not coping. I'm presenting it as it is.
Cope, stupid dumbass motherfucker.
As I see it. Again, support and love the Ethan Klein when he needs it. I'm not one of those people who are going to shy away from making a video just because things didn't turn out exactly how I hoped. I felt like I should.
Good job. Good job. Ethan Klein's going to hire you on the fucking crew now. Good job, Luss. Let me find that video. Luss, Ethan Klein. We can react to that in full tomorrow or something. Have a good time. Luss, update Ethan Klein versus H3 Snark appeal goes in front of 3 judges.
Hey guys, today we are going to talk about the 8 in the Discord. Was a case about.
Oh, this guy's someone's got 50K subscribers. He's like a shitty lawyer. And his video defending Ethan has how many views? 4.5K views from 5 days ago. Oh, the guy fucking sucks. Oh, okay, that's nice. Okay, we'll watch this video for sure. Okay, nice. Not that I have better views, but like, shit. If you're simping for Ethan and can't crack like 5K views, that's kind of pathetic. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. Come on, man. Selling your soul for this? At least let him send you some Teddy Fresh. At least get something for the shilling. The fuck? Get a shout out or something. And let's just see this. This is nice and fun. Clipping Wings, friend of the show.
Invited back.
Rich Lux apparently is showing love to the new H3 set, which, by the way, how hideous is this fucking set? How hideous is this fucking... And they spent $600,000 on this? My God, that was your future salary. When AB gets fired, y'all know the money went to pay Guam and to build this fucking studio. AB, you're going to have to find another way to pay for that filler, my man. Okay, let's see what Rich Lux had to say, and then I'm going to let you guys go. Did Argentina get a yellow?
Y'all saw that $1 million studio? You know, he probably used all the money from the lawsuits he won.
What fucking lawsuits? It's just been L's, man. You stupid fucking idiot. What the fuck, dude? This is so fucking sad. What's the last lawsuit Ethan Klein won? Please let me know. He hasn't won shit. He's had like 3 L's in a row, 4 L's in a row. What do you mean? What law? He's spending all his money. Unless his lawyer paid for this fucking studio. Did the lawyer pay for the studio? Because that's the only way they could afford it. The lawyer is swimming in cash. The lawyer's doing good. Far Twain says the set is the Teddy Fresh office. They're downsizing. Are they really in Teddy Fresh? Is it really? Did they merge with Teddy Fresh? That's fucking crazy, man. Dude, Teddy Fresh, by the way, Teddy Fresh has to downsize. Teddy Globe's going to close down. Like, everything's doing bad. It's not good being in the H3 business right now, okay? The show's doing bad. Teddy Fresh is 100% doing, I would say, like 40% of the sales that they used to. You got to imagine, they lost like half of their fucking audience that actually used to fucking watch them. I used to spend, all of you guys, we all used to spend a lot of money on fucking Teddy Fresh. All that shit's gone now. Over. Finished.
You know, they're all like bitter looking at him like, that's what he did with the money. But it looks good. And I feel like he needed to change the energy shift. You know, the energy of like all the great people who've entered that last room. It just does that. Like the feng shui of it all. It just helps out with like mental clarity. I can't wait to see. If I ever get invited back, I can't wait because it looks good. It looks like money. But y'all saw that $1 million studio?
You're going to get invited back because unfortunately they have no one else to invite. The show's done. The show's cooked. They have no friends. They have no allies. Nothing. It's over. Oh my God, the lawsuit money. That's so fucking pathetic. Anyways, you know, we need to do an episode. I need to react to that studio. I got to react to that Lust Guys video. Apparently Papa Gut put out a whole video shitting on Ethan or something. So we got to do a whole Ethan ass saga. So that's going to happen. And the next stream, I think, is going to be the popcorn bucket. Look at this. I've been working hard on this. Okay? Look at this. Maybe tomorrow. Okay, maybe tomorrow. Look at this. Look at all these popcorn buckets right here. Look at all these popcorn buckets that are waiting to be ranked, folks. Waiting to be ranked. And that might happen tomorrow. Unless I do the H3 thing tomorrow and then I do the popcorn bucket one a day later. So be patient. Haley says, Rich, your filler is migrated to your brain, baby girl. So much fucking filler. That's such a round fucking face that he's got. Holy shit. Far Twain, seeing if Far Twain sent an update about the studio. No. Guys, we're going to call it a day. This was nice comeback stream. It helped me get... The laptop did not overreact today, actually. Laptop, I'm proud of you. Thank you, M1 MacBook Air. You did not drive me crazy today. Hope you guys enjoyed the suit. Very nice being back. It's been like 5-6 days since I've done this, so genuinely, it's so fucking weird coming back. But also, I just want to say, this trip, you know, I haven't been streaming a lot. I do want to say that, like, being here and spending time with some of my best friends in college has really given me life. There's people that I've seen here that I saw on this trip that I haven't seen in 5, 6, or 7 years. So I needed this fucking trip. I needed to see some of my best friends here because I haven't seen them in so fucking long. Being at that wedding felt more like a family reunion. I had such a good fucking time connecting with my friends. There's 2 friends in particular that I haven't seen in a long time. One of my best friends, Noah, who I haven't seen in like 6 or 7 years. And one of my best friends, Donovan, who I'm going to invite on stream for a conversation. He's very talented. His name is Dono Friend. Let me tell you guys, let me give you the link to his YouTube channel and his TikTok. Please, everybody, open TikTok. Everything. I'm going to write it here, okay? Dono Friend. Everybody go follow my friend, Dono Friend, on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram. He is a child. He's a speaker for kids. He's basically been called the modern day Mr. Rogers. He has such a great way of reaching kids and talking to kids and teaching them everything you want your kids to know. How to not be a consumer, not be a capitalist, how to think for themselves, how to have emotional intelligence. He's a fucking awesome dude. One of my best friends from college who I lived with for many years. We've had such a great chance to reconnect. So I'm so fucking happy. This like trip and these just the weekend wedding and hanging out with my friends over the last couple of days as well. Donovan and I went out yesterday and watched the movie. We watched what is it called? Evil Dead Burn. It's genuinely done good for my soul, you know, and it's gonna like fuel me for the next like year. So you guys are gonna be seeing and meeting one of my best friends, Donovan, on the stream because he's fucking awesome and there's so many fun conversations we can have together. But please, just for starters, just go follow him on Instagram. Let me see if I can on YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. Let me see if I can open up his YouTube channel here without this thing blowing up. You guys are gonna fall in love with Donovan, by the way. You guys are gonna fall in love with Donovan. And I can't wait to have him on. And I can't believe it's been so long since I've had, like, that I've never had him on the show. Dono friend. And by the way, he's dropping a book, a kid's book, in August. And I'm getting myself a signed copy. Let's fucking go. So his YouTube channel is called Feel Better, Do Better. There we go. Bam. That's my boy. Look at that. Look at this guy. Fucking awesome dude. He's huge on TikTok. He's much bigger on TikTok than he is on YouTube. He's got like 15K on Instagram. Dude's the best. You're going to be seeing a lot more of Donovan right here on the show. So just get ready for that, folks. Get ready for my boy. This has been such a blessing. Seeing a lot of my friends. I'm going to go meet my friends' kids. One of my best friends, his name is Andrew. He has a kid who's 5 years old who loves Lego Star Wars, and he's building his own fucking clone army. How crazy is that? I bought him a Lego set. I'm going to go meet his kids. I think this Thursday. He's got 2 kids, boy and a girl. One of my other best friends, Sarah, has 2 kids with her husband, Omar, who's also one of my best friends. I'm going to go meet their kids next week. I'm like playing uncle. I've become uncle now. I'm going to go meet all these kids, bringing presents. But like, yeah, the fact that Andrew's kid is building his own. He's like, he loves Lego Star Wars. He's building a clone army. I'm like, oh my God, dude. I'm doing the exact same thing, but I'm 36 years old. We have some of the same Lego sets. So I've been so happy to be here. Genuinely, it's been so nice reconnecting with these people. I needed it, man. I needed it, and you'd be surprised. I was just shocked at how much good this was going to do me. So while I fucking hate streaming on the setup, I fucking hate using this laptop. Small price to pay to be able to reconnect with people that are my genuine fucking family. You know what I mean? And like, I left the States. When I left the States 10 years ago, I basically left all of my best friends. Like my first, Elias, you guys know Elias, my best friend, was my like middle school. We were friends since we were kids, but then at some point I changed high schools, then I left to the States. So we kind of lost contact. And a lot of my best friends that I made were here in the States in college. Those were the people where I had really my formative years. I kind of became a man with those people. We had some of the best experiences of my life. They're the people that I've been able to reconnect with over this past week. So it's just been, I needed it. I fucking needed it. You know what I mean? So if I took some time off from the stream, it was because I prioritized hanging out with them and going out on like birthday dinners after the wedding. And yesterday, just going to the movies with Donovan, like that. Just that. And we laughed our fucking asses off watching Evil Dead Burn. And we bought this cup together. So he got to understand the meme. He was disgusted by this, by the way. So it was great. I'll see you guys tomorrow and the day after that. I'm going to be streaming way more consistently now. So love you guys. Thank you so much for the stream. Love y'all. I will see you tomorrow. And to everybody who donated today, Mithy E for the gift. Let me thank everybody who sent in a dono today. Very quickly. Very quickly. I don't want to forget anyone. Haley, as always, Nogzolotl, Lemon Mint Cat, Indy Hansen, Fart Twain, A-Tours, Miffy Eve. You guys are the best. Love you all. Thank you so much. Have a great rest of your day. Enjoy the rest of the match. Let's fucking watch Argentina get their asses fucking beat. I'll see you tomorrow. And as always, do not worry. Holy shit. And Haley, right at the last second with another 5 gifted memberships. Holy shit, Haley, what you doing? Haley, why? Haley, thank you. Guys, W's in the chat for Haley. Let's go. Everybody slam Haley with them W's before we go. Haley's with the W. 5 new gifted memberships. You guys are crazy. You guys are way too kind, way too sweet. I love you all. Thank you so much, genuinely. You guys are the best. You guys are the best. You guys get a special close-up look at the cup because of this. I made my mom touch this, by the way. She was like disgusted by this. I made my sister touch it and hold it. I'll show you. You know what? Bonus content for those of you who are still here. Okay, bonus content. You ready? This is the picture that's on Discord. There we go. All right, guys. Haley, thank you so much. You're crazy. Love you guys. Enjoy the rest of your day. We love y'all. You're the best. And as always, do not